Okay, it's time, you guys. Come on in. Let's see who's going to be number one. Who's the first one in? I'm waiting. Who's it going to be? Welcome in, you guys. We've got a little bit different setup tonight. Many of you know we've got our caregiver edition. Let's see. Come on in as you're coming. Brandy, you're the first one in, first place. It's Brandy Lovelace. Say hi. Hey, Jade, you came in second place. Second one in the room. Welcome in. And Donna, Miss Mousy, is in for number 3. Let's do woot woot, says Brandy. Okay, so I've got to kind of teach Erik a little bit about what we're doing because he's never done this before. So, hi, Reezy. Look, it says hi, Erik. Can you see it?
Barely. Yes, I can see.
It says hi, Justin. Okay, so you'll see it as this rolls. This is our chat. How do we have a flash goal already? You guys, we have a flash goal already, and they want, what do they want? Undefined gifters. What in the world? Okay, this is really early, but they are asking for 7 of you to send a golden glove. So if you don't mind doing that, we'll try not, there's only 10 of us in the room, but let's see if we can do it right away. Hi, Brenda Lee. Hi, Jamie. Welcome in. Look at us. We need 3 more. Thank you. That was weird. Usually it takes about 15 minutes for that to come through. Hey, J Max. Hello, everyone. And nice to meet you, Erik with a K. Brenda Lee. Hello. Hello. Thank you, guys. Just we need 2 more people who haven't sent one. If you can send it, that'd be great. But we've got 15 minutes. I've never seen that happen where it has like given that to us the moment I've come on. Strange. Hi, Debbie G. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you, Donna. Hang tight. We need 1 more. Did I see Barb's here too? Nice to meet you, Erik. We've heard a lot about you. That's from Jade. Can you see their names on there? Hi, all. Hey, Barb. Welcome in. I see CNA Donna is here too. The OG Wolf. I may not be long. Chemo is kicking my butt today. Jamie, I totally understand. Welcome in. Kinsey. You know Kinsey from Traverse City?
Kinsey
Yeah.
Edwardson? Edwardson?
Oh,
we're
you
talking
can't
about?
say last name.
Oh, sorry. I think I can't say last names.
Jamie's like, hi, Erik. Look at all those. I made you stickers.
I know
See?
all the Edwardsons.
Yeah, I know. You can't say last names. Okay. CNA Donna says, hey, Erik, how are you? Now you get to answer.
I'm good. Thank you.
Hi, Marla. Welcome in. Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you, if you guys are wondering what's going on. Hi, Poppy. Poppy's in the UK. So we got people from all over the land. Do you see my board is different? Sherry says, good evening, Erik. I'll let you read them. Hey, Big Mike. Welcome in. So as you guys know, this is a special. Andrew's in the house. Welcome in, Andrew. You're going to get a lot of those stickers.
I don't know what they even
They
mean.
say
What do they
hi,
mean?
Erik.
Oh,
They all say hi,
I'm
Erik.
sorry.
You got to
I
get a
can't
little,
see very
you got to
well.
get a little closer. Hi, Scully. Welcome in, you guys. Okay, we need 1 more person to send a golden glove because they gave us our flash goal right at the beginning. So if 1 more person can do that, that would be fantastic. Oh, let me pin it. I don't know if I can pin it again. Hi, Jen. Did I see Lee's here too? Thank you, Big Mike. Let me go ahead and call out my peoples, the contributors. We got Reezy, Mousy, Jamie, Jade, Big Mike, Brent. We must have had some people that came in and left because they're not here, and that's not 7. But anyway, if y'all were holding on to your daily heart me's, your dolly heartens, you can send them now because we are done with our flash goal. Whoo. Poppy, thank you for being the title gifter of the roses. I appreciate you. Is this weird for you?
I mean, I can't follow it, but it's fine.
All right. So, and I'm going to call out names. You're not even going to know who they are, but that's okay. Thank you, Debbie, for the daily. Thank you. They are, but that's okay. Thank you, Debbie, for the daily. Thank you, Brenda Lee. Appreciate you guys. All right. We're just warming up the room, right? We're going to give it a few minutes. We got 31 people in here already, and I'm so excited. So let me ask you guys. Hi, Quay. I see you. Welcome in. Thank you for sharing that out. Cecile, appreciate you. It's kind of like it's weird for me too. I'm used to doing this on my own. Lee says, hi, Erik, a bunch of times.
I'll just actually wave instead.
Big Mike, thank you for those roses. Holy cow, they're roses I don't have to water. That's what I say because I don't like roses.
Yeah,
I have to water.
And everything, well, your plants die.
My plants die. You guys know I'm not the one with the green thumb. He is. Thank you for the roses. Appreciate you. Okay, so tonight's going to be very different than what we normally do. As you guys know, when I come on here, typically it is grounding exercises. I just think your Jess is fantastic. That's Quay.
She is.
Thank you for every minute Oh, hold on a second.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
So
Hold on,
yes,
hold on. He said, Eric, will you play the guitar for us one day?
yeah.
One day.
Maybe one day, sure.
Maybe one
I
day.
was
And I will
better when I
tell
was
you.
13 years old than I am now. So
Okay, so here's what I'll say. Do you see the viewer wishes tonight? I put them. Do you guys see the theme? I made them all musical instruments
oh,
just
okay.
for you. Very different. Thank you for the roses, Big Mike. I appreciate you. All right. So we don't have any grounding for tonight unless someone requests it. You know, I can pull them up real quick if you want them. Thank you for the Go Pops, Big Mike. What I will say, if you can do me a favor, always tapping up the screen, that's super helpful. Thank you for those who are. If you can repost and share this out, you do that by hitting that arrow down there. If you're unfamiliar with it, be suspicious, welcome in. Oh, look at that. Do you see it?
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're all for. Needed this tonight. Oh, and the accordion.
Mhm.
Caregivers matter. Oh my goodness. Big Mike. What's that one? The saxophone. Both sides matter.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Oh, those are so cool. I haven't seen any of those before. I love it. Come on, bro. No camera shy. You got this, says Clay. Yeah, this is my wheelhouse, not necessarily Eric's. So I'll tell you what, we need to thank him for coming on here because this is definitely outside of his comfort zone. But
It's important.
yeah, it is important. And honestly, this wasn't my idea. This was his idea. And I was like, really? You want to do that?
Well, I should say it may be important. I'll let them decide.
Yeah. Yep. CNA Donna says, I have my PET scan tomorrow, Jess. I know. So we'll be thinking of you. Oh, it's on your head. I love that. Did you see that? You got the daily that came up on your head.
Okay.
Oh, thank
Thanks.
you, Jerry, for that. I appreciate you. Super important. It is super important. So here's what I want to know. Of the 40 people that are in the room, how many of you, thank you, Quay, are caregivers? Oh, big that's a thank you, Eric. Specifically a thank you,
Awesome.
Eric.
That's cool. Thank you.
That's what we do with those. Thank you, Sherry B. Appreciate you. I want to know who's a caregiver in here and if you brought a caregiver. So if you've got someone watching with you. Thank you. I said that I was for my mom. Okay. So Sherry's was a caregiver. Mary was a caregiver for her mom. So if you were a caregiver, are a caregiver, or you brought your caregiver with you. Barb says me. Reezy says I tried to bring my caregiver, but he doesn't want to. I was for my mom also, says CNA Donna. J Max says, me and wife, we are sharing on one phone. I'm so excited. Are we home resting from surgery, wifey? I hope so. Hope all is well. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Andrew says, my helper is with me, but he only speaks Spanish. Okay, that's
Sorry,
okay.
I don't
We'll
speak
smile
Spanish.
a lot and we'll wave. Sherry says, for my husband, I lost in July. Cecile says, I have been one for my bro and sis. Also had my hubby here, who's my caregiver.
Nice.
Wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Scully says, I took care of my mom and my brother in law.
Mm.
Jamie says, asked my hubby about tonight, and he flat out said no, kind of hurt, but I should have known.
It's
Well,
tough.
yeah. And
Some people
Jamie,
aren't comfortable with this.
yeah,
I
Ricky
feel.
man, welcome in. And we're going to talk about that. Like this is a real conversation. Eric, I don't know what he's going to say. I really don't.
We've never talked about it
Well, I
much.
mean,
I
we've
mean,
talked about some
a
of it,
little
but we
bit.
haven't talked about a lot. Especially not about the time when we were going through it because it's
Right.
traumatic. It's traumatic, right? So that's why I thought it was important to have a conversation. All right. Jade said I was caregiver for my mom and now I'm going through stage 4 cancer. That's right, Miss Jade. I didn't know that you were caregiver for your mom. I didn't realize that. So thank you for sharing that. Known Unknown said I was a caregiver for my father. He had MM, and now for my mother, she has AML. Known Unknown, is this your first time in the room? If so, welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Can we? Yes. CNA Donna, you can ask Erik questions. We're going to do that. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to let him just kind of share a piece of his story, whatever he wants to say. And you can ask Erik questions. We're going to do that. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to let him just kind of share a piece of his story, whatever he wants to say. Unless you want me to just start with questions or let them ask you
I'll give
questions.
a very short. Sure.
All right. All right. So I do want to welcome my new friends that are in the room. And let me just introduce myself and then we'll kind of go from there. So my name is Jess. I'm a stage 3 invasive lobular carcinoma survivor, which is a breast cancer. My diagnosis came in 2020. We were living in, and yeah, it was kind of, I share a lot of my story. I share a lot of what it meant to me and all the struggles and all the difficulties and all the things we, had to overcome. But I know you keep falling out of the hammock, Big Mike. It's okay. Just keep coming back. That's what we say when they scroll out of the room.
Oh,
They
is that
fall out of the
that's
hammock.
not an internet thing? It's just a
It's a TikTok thing.
accidental thing?
Am
Okay,
I
good.
freezing a lot? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Mousy. That's just kind of the nature of this. So we'll keep going.
yeah.
But I'm going to turn it over to Erik and I'm going to let him introduce himself. Stop freezing. You know how it goes. I'm going to turn it over to Erik and I'm going to let him just go.
Yeah, so as you know my name, right? Clearly by now, but um, just I, just and I were together for a few years before we got married. So yeah, over 25 years we've known each other. Um, I will say that everyone kind of, I think that when you deal with something like this, people grow up a certain way, and then they learn kind of like the positives of that growth, and then the negatives of that growth when you have to deal with something like cancer. Some things I was okay at, most of the things I wasn't. I did try. I will say that I just didn't get left alone. You know, we made sure, but for what it's worth, it might be important to recognize that she was working, homeschooling our children. I was in the master's program for architecture, finishing my master's degree. I was working a 40-hour, 50-hour a week job at an architecture firm, and I had just destroyed my L5S1 and was literally crawling around on the floor of the house for months, waiting for it to heal and getting epidural injections. So when we got hit with cancer on top of that, it just felt unnatural.
Mhm.
Like, how could this also be happening? Um, and I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm just going to say simply that I'm a planner. I like to be thinking about what I'm going to be doing when I'm 65, 75, 85. Um, and I'll write it down. Um, and well, when Jess got diagnosed, it just disappeared. Even my desire to finish my master's degree became almost impossible. I failed my next test in professional practice and had to make it up. And I was doing excellent. I didn't have good grades. I was finally mature enough to get good grades in school. But yeah, it just crushed us and me. And so, but let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I think that's enough to say.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think, and listen, if you guys have questions, there's no reason not to ask them or things you want to say in the chat. We do want to keep the chat rolling. I appreciate that because we want people to come in who need to be a part of this conversation. I think something that is just as important to say from the caregiver side, just like it is for those that are walking through it, is everyone's experience is different. Everyone's going to process this differently. And we hear a lot of different stories. I'm very blessed that one, Erik stayed. I know that's not the case for everybody. Jade says I'm crying already. It's not the case for everybody. And so I recognize that. And so my hope with doing this tonight was to open up the dialogue because you guys know I'm so big on communication. I'm so big on it being a problem in our community. Those who are walking through cancer aren't talking to their caregivers, the people that are supporting them, because one, they either want to protect them, they're so worried, like all of these things. And so they don't say anything because they're just trying to survive. I get that. And then on the other side, a lot of the caregivers tend to feel guilty for feeling certain ways. They're like, I'm not walking through it, so I can't say anything. I can't tell them what a hard time I'm having. And that's a big problem. And it was even a problem for us. I can say this now on the other side. And I can say, you should do this because it's what I should have done and what I think Erik should have done then. So let me see. Tim says results of my PET scan cancer only in the prostate where the biopsy showed. Tim, are we celebrating tonight? Francis Bookie, welcome in, welcome in. Jamie says, you got a good one, Jess. I wish my husband cared half as much as Erik does. And I want to say something, Jamie, to this one. And listen, you and I have talked privately, and I know, and you're not the only one in our community who has a caregiver, a spouse, whoever's taking care of them who's really not because they're like not emotionally available. And
Mhm.
I think that this is something that, again, I don't know your marriage. I don't know that relationship. It breaks my heart, especially what I heard this morning. I know you had chemo this morning and needed to get a ride there. And that really was hard to hear that you didn't have that support. What I want to say is I think that there is something here when it comes to people themselves being scared that they're going to lose you. And I don't know, maybe you can talk to that. Yes, we are. Okay, Tim, we're celebrating with you. And Tim, I don't know if you knew we were going to have a different live tonight. We're doing a caregiver live tonight. So Tim, we're celebrating with you 100%.
Can you repeat that?
What?
What you just said? What was just said that you said? I don't know how you feel about that. I didn't get a chance to
Oh,
respond.
so how a caregiver responds. So for the caregivers that aren't responding as you did, which was loving me, taking care of me through all of it, those that are kind of running away from it, those that are maybe being sarcastic or
Well,
saying rude things or like, oh, it shouldn't matter, you'll be fine, like, and not being helpful. Hey, Phoenix, welcome in.
yeah, okay. So a lot of people who say you're going to be fine, you're going to be fine, don't worry about it. That's like a go-to. I don't know what else to say. Um,
But what
I
would
wanted to say that a lot, but I learned really quickly not to say that, and to just be present. Um, which, no joke, was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my whole life, because I like to solve problems. It's what I do for a living, and what I've always felt was the reason for being a in a relationship with someone is, how can I help? And for the first time in your life, when it becomes obvious that there's absolutely nothing you can do physically or energy wise, or all you can really do is just exist in the space and be kind and helpful if you can. That was really tough.
yeah. Well, and you can see, I mean, it gets emotional. You know, we
Sorry.
no, you don't have to this all the time. Didn't you see Big Mike was like, Jess, you got your box of tissues? So yeah. So like Jamie is saying, he's very dismissive, like he changes the subject. And then
Yeah,
I will say,
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Mary has a question for you. Eric, how does that make you feel when you hear men not supporting?
Well, okay, I'll give two sides of that answer. One of them is, it's kind of a better definition of what it is to try to become tough and courageous, is having to adapt to things that you've never thought you were going to have to deal with, or simply that you hadn't dealt with yet. And you're now realizing uh, the cracks in like who you are as a person, which I dealt with for years, and I'm still dealing with, to be honest. And that's something we'll talk about later. But you can't fight people into it. You can't argue your way into a better scenario. Um, and I'm really sorry. I wish I could say that there was some magic thing to say, but
Yeah. It's hard not to have an answer for
yeah,
sure.
it's tough. And we deal with people. We even have people at work, friends of ours, that are dealing with illness, and the husband is like, "What's your problem? Like, can't you get better?" It's like, oh
Yeah.
gosh, I mean, figure
Yeah.
something out better than that.
Yeah,
So
it's a hard one.
yeah.
Brandy says, Eric, you should never apologize for being a supportive husband and caring so deeply, which
It's very
I
kind.
appreciate. J Max says, Eric, do not apologize for getting emotional. Your feelings are important. Yeah. And I think that's like a really big thing. Oh, get in the box. Yeah, I'm absolutely. And I wanted to say welcome to a couple. We had some new people that came in. Listen, if you're brand new and you're finding us for the first time, welcome in. My name's Jess. I'm a stage 3 invasive lobular carcinoma survivor, which is a breast cancer. Hey, David, welcome in. And we're doing a special live tonight. We're doing a Caregivers Matter too. This is my husband, Eric. He was my caregiver for throughout the almost 4 years of all of my stuff that I was going through. And you are welcome here. You don't have to be touched by cancer to be here, but this is a cancer community. But everyone's welcome, because honestly, it's bigger than that. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for the rose. I don't have to water. But I will say, I think that what I've been finding as we've been doing these lives and I've been continuing to show up here, is that it's not really about cancer. It's about having to walk through really hard things and then how to handle them, how to show up, how to deal with them. Cancer has just been the doorway for many of us. So you are all welcome to stay and hang out. You're welcome to hit the follow button and be part of this community as often as you want. Oh, we got doubles. Yeehaw. Reezy, that's his first one.
Didn't know that was going to happen. Didn't know that was going to happen.
So those that don't know, we have I have live goals up here if anybody wants to do those. Because listen, we say this often, joy belongs here. Joy belongs here. Yeehaw, you got it, Scully. I got lucky. Oh, I missed it. Can we pin that one again? I missed it. I wanted to read that one. Yeah. Tanya says, Eric, do you miss pieces of Jess that is not there anymore? Oh, what a good question. David, thank you so much for the daily heart me.
Um,
Hold
th-
on. Freeze. Breezy says, I got lucky and my husband stepped up and when helped
Wherever
out
needed.
wherever needed.
Mm.
Breezy, I'm so glad that that's part of your story. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Sorry.
Um, Jess and I have had actually a lot of surgeries over our life,
I've had 25.
and we've also been all the way from like basically amateur bodybuilders to totally out of overweight and sitting and drinking champagne every night before bed, watching TV.
Champagne and what kind of chips did I like?
Salt and vinegar
Salt
potato
and
chip.
vinegar potato
Yeah,
chips
I
at the same
mean,
time while we watched anime.
we've just and when she even before she got cancer, she was feeling down because she was over the weight that she wanted to be, and um she was like, "Don't I look terrible?" Like she's saying stuff like that. I mean, that's like a throwing out a line to destroy her marriage. But like, and I would always just be like, it's strange because when you're pregnant, you're gonna have to gain weight, and your shape changes and everything changes, and there's this recovery period. And the reality is that I've always seen her as the same person, and I maybe that's just a blessing that just comes with our marriage. But even with the surgeries and the scars and I just don't see anybody else. I see the same person that I met 25 years ago. So I don't know why that is. I guess I just assumed it's because we've been together for so long. I don't see anybody else. I don't see anything else. I don't see the weight changes. I don't see the scars. I just don't. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it
So
was like that. And honestly, I mean, Mary, that was a really good question because honestly, that was something that he's been like this all along. When I was very, very pregnant with all of our children and I gained like 75 pounds with each one, like it never was something where he was in any way like, you should do something about that. Like he was
well,
never that
even
way.
our personal life stayed the same. I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't like anything changed.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and Jamie, I was so glad you said thanks to this great community. I was able to get to I'm gonna cry, Jamie, reading that, get to my appointment this morning. I'll be forever grateful. I'm gonna lose it on that one. House A dogs, welcome in, welcome in. Queen Bee says I'm dealing with B cancer, second time, breast cancer, second time, and just had gallbladder surgery last week. God bless, I'm alive. Queen Bee, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for sharing a little bit of that. Listen, we've got a lot of people here, and if you're new, I want you to stick around. We do lots of different lives. It's kind of morphing, but this is our very first caregivers matter. And so if it's something that you guys want to do later, maybe Eric will come back, but I do have some questions for him too. If you want me to, I will ask him some questions that he can answer. Obs, welcome in. Jess, did you feel shy for him to see you after surgery? Are you talking about physically? Is that what you're talking about, Mary? Because I had a unilateral mastectomy and all of that. Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Yes and no. I didn't even want to see myself after surgery, if I'm honest. And everything under here is rather deformed, and it is what it is. I'm blessed that I can cover it up so people don't see that. Yeah, CNA Donna, absolutely. You can ask any questions you want. I'm super open, and Eric is as well. So, yeah, for me, Mary, that was one that, like, no, he's always kind of made me uncomfortable, but I was just uncomfortable in my own skin. And even now, 6.5 years later, I am a little bit still. And I think that that's normal, but I don't mind talking about it. Yeah.
And I would just add, as a caregiver, it's really important to just be really, really slow with that and be conscious of not stopping hugs and kisses and just the normal everyday stuff,
Yeah.
but don't push it.
Yeah.
Just wait
Um,
for them.
yeah, and I appreciate that. Oh, you
Mm.
found yourself a winner there, Jess, says Jerry. Love the love. I like that very much. Now, I wanted to say something. I think it was Phoenix that said, "Oh, there's all these couples in here. I kind of feel left out." I know that's not the case. We have caregivers in here that aren't husbands and wives. We have got daughters taking care of moms and all the things. So I hope you don't feel that way, Phoenix. I want you to stick around. But I do recognize that this relationship, this caregiver relationship between spouses, between partners, needs to be had. Hey, Tam, welcome in. Okay, let me see. Um, John says, I'm very fortunate. My wife of 31 years, 7 months, and 12 days has been very supportive. Hey, Kevin, welcome in. I love that, John. And Kevin is also a caregiver who just came in. He is a caregiver for his bride. That's what he calls her, his bride. Let me see. Donna says, CNA Donna says, has Erik ever dismissed how you feel and doesn't go to ER visits, etc.?
Uh, we were 3 years in before I didn't go to an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And only because I was comfortable with him not going. Like he was,
yeah.
yeah, that wasn't ever a thing for us
And if it was ever anything important, I mean, she had a, what would you have recently? A scan where they like
2 weeks
kept you there
ago.
for like 2 hours or three
Yeah,
hours,
well,
something.
they already know.
I,
Two
I
two
was
weeks ago.
losing my mind. When she got back to the office, we work in the same office. Um, I walked over to her. I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like I was so stressed, the whole time. So I obviously had work I had to do, and I did not schedule my meetings properly, so I couldn't go with her. But that was it's been what 4.5, 5 years now, and still I hated
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Phoenix says, I know just because I went through all myself for more than decades. That's all I meant. Yeah. And I know, I wanted you to know I saw your comment, Phoenix, and I want you to know, you know this. You've got a place here. 100% you do. Hi, Milo. Welcome in. Patty says, I'm here but driving. Hi, Patty. Okay. Tam says, my kids are my biggest supporters. And when I need help, it's my kids. I'm blessed. Absolutely, you are. John says, she goes to all my appointments. Thank you, Tigger fan. She goes to all my appointments, but it's easy because she works in the oncologist office. John, I didn't know that.
That helps.
Okay.
That's helpful.
Tam says I have an internal ultrasound tomorrow. They saw something on my pelvic CT. Okay, Tam, you got to check in with us. Let us know. Today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll be on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. like normal Arizona time. So Tam, you can always send me a message. Jade says my young children have stepped up more than my boyfriend has. It's sad, honestly.
Yeah, it's tough for kids.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Jade. It really is. And I'm sorry. I really am. Let me see here. My doctor, Brene, said my doctor agreed to admit me to the hospital ASAP for my biopsy. I feel so relieved. That's amazing. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Ex Metal Rocker, I've seen you in there before. They had to perform a first time surgery on my face, 15-hour surgery. Was this recent? What are we talking about, Ex Metal Rocker? Do you see what that
Yeah.
says? It says F1 Go Max.
Uh, what's
Eric isn't
X
a
X
Max.
metal rocker? What is it?
That's his,
What's
that's
no? I mean,
their,
what's
oh,
going on with him?
I'm waiting to see. I'm so nervous, but give it to God. Yeah, Tam, you got it. My husband is my silent supporter. Tigger fan, I love that. Thank you, CNA Donna, for the high bears. I love those. Okay, 15 hours. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I thought I had a long surgery with 8 hours. All right, I'm going to ask Eric a question and we'll let him, they had to perform.
Surgery
Yeah,
on
I
the face
read
for
that one. Yeah, yeah.
17 hours.
So I think I missed another one, Ex Metal Rocker. You'll have to, maybe my mod can find your original post so we can do that. Good evening. We have two Phoenixes in the room. I just found out today that in October or early November, I will be having a hysterectomy. Jessica. Okay, Jessica, I've had that one. We can talk. You should send me a message and we can talk. I saw the frowny face and we talk and we deal with big feelings in here. So don't go too far ahead. We're not there yet. November's a little ways off. So all will be fine. We'll get there. I had a melanoma on my face. They took my face off, remove the, oh, I can't stand this thing.
To remove the, I'm guessing.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I know it's the little arrow here that you can't see. Remove the cancer and put my face back on. X Metal Rocker.
Jeez.
That's a lot. Oh my goodness gracious. And how are you today? When was that? I'm curious when that was. Penny says I was a caregiver for my dad who was fighting lung cancer while I was fighting breast cancer. Wow. Yeah, you're getting some prayers and love in the chat, X Metal Rocker, for sure. Okay. So I'm going to ask Eric a question. And if you guys are new here, let me welcome you in. Remember, I'm the original Phoenix because it's my given name. I didn't know that. Really? So Phoenix, this Phoenix right here, he is 18. He's at Harvard and he's battling cancer.
Oh,
He was
wow.
just he's starting is it less than a week now, Phoenix? The original Phoenix? KJL says, my sister is my biggest supporter. However, she lives over an hour away. So most often I'm solo. I understand that. Yeah. I understand that. And they're both in our community. KJL and her sister. She wrote a book. Anyway, I'll tell Eric all about you guys. Hi Reezy. You said yikes. Okay, that was back in 2020. Can't even tell now. That's good. It was a first time surgery. Wow. I would love X Metal Rocker, and I'm going to do this for anyone else. I do this now and again. Anybody who wants to send me a message, just click on that message down there. It doesn't kick you out of the live, and you can send me a message. You can ask questions, you can tell me your story, because you only get a little bit of real estate down there. And I would love to be able to interact a little bit more and hear more of your story. So, for those of you who are new, I want to know if you're new. Brenda Lee says, my husband is listening with me, but also making my plate for dinner. What a sweet husband, especially because you're right in the middle of treatment, Brenda Lee. We love that. Yay, hubby. So if I do want to know, if you're new here, there's 55 people in here. Snow is here. Is Helios here as well? They're writing a book about my life story.
Wow.
Ex Metal Rocker.
Nice.
I hope you sent me a message because I want my hand on that book. I actually have quite a few resources of people in our community. Hi, Helios. I see you. Jess. So Ever Snow and Helios, they're together, and so Helios is Snow's caregiver. So they wanted to make sure.
So, which the one melts the other, though? Like,
Oh goodness. Oh, Mary Doll, hi from Scotland.
hey,
Wonderful. Welcome from across the
a fellow
pond.
Scottish
Yeah,
person.
his family's from Scotland. If you guys
Yeah,
can you tell?
our last name is pronounced Han in America, but it's actually Hane,
I
and
haven't told people our last
that's
name.
my family
We don't talk
crest.
about last names.
Oh, you only had to be
Oh,
so
Reese,
anonymous.
you asked a question 4 times. Let me go see. Dee says, I cared for my wife and mother. Dee, welcome in. I'm glad that you're here. Oh, really? A kizzy. Wow. I haven't had this Katrina before. That was beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Um, Brenda Lee, your husband is also a musician. That's cool. That's cool. Big Mike says, Jess, I'm excited for Saturday, but I won't be able to join the lives. Oh, because you're going to Monster Jam? Is it Monster Jam? Is that what the trucks? Is the
Yeah,
trucks Monster
yeah.
Jam? Yeah, yeah. So cool. All right. Let me see. I'm looking. I'm looking. Hold tight. I know.
Presently, it's
I was found abandoned in a dumpster at birth. City workers found me. Ex Metal Rocker. You've got quite a story.
it's a book
Yeah, that's right there.
worthy story.
Silver's 1979 says, I missed it. Hold tight. I'm finding it. Am presently at Sloan Kettering Cancer Hospital. I had 26 surgeries with stage 3 kidney cancer. Silver's 1979, Dave, what's it say? Dave C. Tarum? Is this your first time in? Welcome in. I'm glad that you're here. If you guys are new, I want to know. Patrice, welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. I still got to catch one of your lives, my friend. I will be there, I promise.
Our the head of our firm is going in for lesion
I
removal on his
know.
kidneys in 2 weeks.
I
So.
know. Michelle says, hi, Eric. If you could say 5 important things I can do to support my husband while I go through it. Okay, so Michelle's going through it.
What it do? Is
What can
she not
she
telling
do?
us what it
Michelle,
is,
yeah,
or
cancer.
well, I know, but I mean,
So
what type?
Michelle, can
Or
you be a little bit more specific on exactly, because you want Eric to tell you 5 important things that you can do to support your husband while you're going through it. I just want to make sure.
I
Remember,
understand.
we always want clarity. So give us a
Okay,
little bit more
it's a good question
if you
though.
can. Yeah. Scully says, my wife, tell Eric we said hi, musician to musician. Yeah. So Snow and Helios, I'm gonna have to show you sometime. Great music. Can I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play him the Last Unicorn. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay. Cara, thank you for that. I appreciate you. If you guys are new here, I'd love for you to stick around. You do that by hitting the follow button up there, and behind that is the join button, JOIN, if you want to become a fan of the page. I appreciate that. Do you love anime? As do we. Could you tell? I try not to always wear my t-shirts because they ruin the chat. You can't see it very well. All right. So Reezy, I didn't see your question. I'm so sorry. I don't see it. It might not be coming through, which means it might be getting blocked. Silver says it's my first time in your live. I'm presently in the hospital. I had surgery yesterday. Well, Silvers, welcome in. Can I ask where you're watching from? Ex Metal Rocker says, I believe getting over cancer is at least 50% psychological.
Mm, there's a lot of psychological
Yeah.
aspects to it.
Patty says, got bad news after the good news this afternoon. Oh, goodness gracious. Donna, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Tam agrees. I want to know what's important things to say to him and take it off me. I'm still reaching for it, Michelle. Penny, you just reached level 14 in the family tree. I see you moving up. Thank you. What's an important thing to say to him and take it off me? Like to help him help you? Thank you, Penny. Manhattan, New York City. Welcome in, Silvers. Just be real and be
Just
there.
want to make sure I answer the
I know.
question properly.
Oh, Andrew says today's testing went well and I'm back on meds. All right, testing is good. Check. Okay, yes. So that's the question. That's the question is
Mhm.
what can she say to her husband to help him to help her? Because
And
if I
she's
can
the
I
one who's
say
sick,
she's
right?
the one that's been walking through it. Hi, Andy. Yeah, so she's the one walking through it and like we want here's the
Well,
thing.
you gotta,
Go
okay,
ahead.
I can actually answer that. There is
Okay.
something to be said because there was a period of time. Sorry, by the way, if I
You
look fidgety, I got three dogs trying to lick my
they're like
toes and my
they're like,
legs.
what's he doing in
Yeah,
mom's office?
over and over again. They won't stop. The um, it's true that the caregiver can feel helpless, and then when you feel helpless, you then kind of shut down, right? And you're just like, I mean, the sense of trying to help when you know it's not being helpful is worse than just not engaging at all. So if you're able to tell someone, um, this is how you can help, can you do that? Or I love it. And I'm probably going to sound like a crazy person when I say this, but I asked Jess to write down, like, give me a list of things that would help, and we're talking about cleaning the house, taking care of the kids, whatever. And then I read it and I'm like, oh, okay. And it takes the emotion out of it. It takes the actual scenario out and it kind of turns it into this whole like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. And you can then kind of retool your schedule, your time use. That's probably the safest way to go about it because if you do it from a face to face, I'm hurting, I'm recovering from chemo, I'm, whatever it is, and it basically starts as a conversation of that you're not helpful. That's
Hmm.
probably not going to go very well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the best advice I can give, just in a general sense.
Well, and I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like, especially, thank you so much for that heart me, boom, boom. I appreciate you. I feel like, and I'm not, this isn't a gender thing.
The
Hear
honey
me
to do
well.
list, yeah.
This is, yeah, almost a honey to do list, Mary. Yeah. I don't think this is a gender thing. I think this is just like the difference between having things you need to check off the list, tasks to complete, as opposed to the emotional side. And so I don't know, Michelle, if that's kind of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Is
there's
it,
two sides.
there are two sides.
Yeah.
And I think it's really easy for the fixer in the relationship to cross things off the list. I'll go get the groceries. I'll pick up the kids. I'll mow the lawn. I'll, do what I need to do. But I don't want to talk about the feeling side of it. I don't want to talk about the emotional side of it. Is it, you know what I mean? Is it a struggle with both or is it just that? Michelle says, thank you so much, Eric. Eric, are
Good.
you saying
Great.
like, don't ever assume your caregiver knows exactly what you
Yeah.
need?
Never assume that.
Yeah.
I would like go up to Jess when I would come home from either school or work, and she'd be in bed most of the time because of her treatments. And I just come and sit next to her in the bed and be like, "How are you doing?" And that was the toughest part of the day for me because I wanted to engage with her. I wanted to talk with her. I wanted to see her. I wanted to touch her. Um, but that was the primary aspect of that purpose. And if she didn't ask me for something or say something would make her life better at that moment, like make me some soup, I don't
Hmm.
know. I have no idea what it would be. But if she doesn't do that, then I just walk right back downstairs again because our bedroom was upstairs and just be like, I guess I'll wait. And so that can be tough on a caregiver, just like never being given ideas even of how you can help because I know that, or I know from experience that treatments can make you sick, treatments can ruin your appetite, treatments can make you feel unnatural. But I think it's worth it to share that with your caregiver and say, this is how I think this might make me feel better. Glass of milk, a
Hmm.
cup of coffee, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm sorry that's not super emotional. I'm not that good at that stuff. But you know, caregivers want to help, they just often don't know how.
Yeah.
And so they shut down.
And this is, you guys know, Reezy, thank you for those claps. You guys know I talk about this a lot. It's the communication breakdown that is the biggest problem. And I'm not saying it because we were magically amazing at it. We weren't. We're years out. So we can look back on and be like, you know what? We could have done that better because my job at the time was surviving. And so those of you that are walking through it, you might recognize that. You're surviving, you're checking the box, you're finishing the treatment, you're going to the appointments, you're just trying to get through it. And then your caregiver typically, oh, here we go again. Yeehaw. Thank you, Reezy. We love
I got to get ahead.
but I will say that the communication has to go both ways. And that's why we talk about a lot. I think my biggest thing is him not being there
Yeah,
emotionally.
that's tough.
That is what I need the most. And so, Jade, here's the thing, like, I'm sure you're saying it, you're probably saying it, but I want to say, sometimes it's in the way we say it, right? And I say this on both sides, giving the other person room to be honest, giving them room, asking open ended questions, and giving them that space on both sides, I think is really, really important because he probably has some things. Thank you, Reezy. I got to open this up again so I can see what the saxophone is for. Saxophone is for both sides matter, and it truly
Ah,
does.
cool.
It truly does. And I think that this is I'll die on this hill. I'll stake my flag here. Communication is the reason why we have as many problems as we have. It doesn't fix everything, but I think that that's
Well,
a big
and you're
issue.
right. And I did, and I felt embarrassed to say it, but I did say, I'm like, I don't know how to help. And it's getting harder and harder for me to do this when I know that there's nothing I can physically do to make things better unless she asked.
Hmm.
And I think that helped us a lot because we started communicating more about just the moment to moment stuff. I mean, my love isn't going to cure cancer, but like at least I could make her day a little better.
Yeah.
That's some sort of victory, right? So,
Yeah. J Max says, Eric, is there something you can say about caregivers who feel they didn't do
yeah.
enough, but they did?
Yeah. So, no caregiver ever feels like, well, if you're anything like me at all, I don't feel like I did enough at all. In fact, and this is why we need to get through your questions at some point, is because um, I'm in a worse place than Jess is since
You're
surgery.
saying now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, and again, I don't want to start getting into the later question answers, but I just say that in a general sense. As much as I tried and I didn't walk away, and um, I feel like I did what I could, and I'll never feel like I did enough to do it right. I just won't. It's just not going to happen.
All right, I'm going to ask Eric some questions and we'll see. Jenny, you hit level 11 in the family tree. I see you moving up. Thank you so much. All right, so let me ask him some questions and you guys are welcome to do the same thing as you please. But here's my first one. Take us back to the beginning.
Mhm.
What do you remember about my diagnosis and what was happening for you that I probably didn't see?
So, any of you who don't know, the cancer that she had was found accidentally. Um, and we're very blessed by that because I guess imagery doesn't really show it. Um, it's invisible. Um, and when it happened for me, and when you are and it doesn't matter if both the two caregiver or the two people, the two spouses work and provide, and you have a family and everything else. When you hear that about your significant other, uh, you lose the ability, at least for me, I lost the ability to even care about anything else. Like going to work felt pointless. Going to school felt pointless. Taking a walk, going to the gym, all of it stopped. It just died. And thankfully I was in my last 6 months of the master's program and I kind of skated through because I had been doing well before. And I had done my occupation for over 20 years so I could manage it. But the motivation to do any of those things was gone. And um, because all I saw was my wife's cancer.
Yeah, it kind of moved in,
Yeah.
for sure.
So, I mean, that would be one thing that I made very, very carefully never said out loud to Jess, obvious reasons. But it's the truth. And it lasted years.
Yeah, and we've talked about this a lot, and I've mentioned on here a few times. And my partner seems to be pretty depressed, says Reezy. Yeah, and it makes sense. And listen, one of the big reasons I wanted Eric to come on and talk to you guys is for for all parties, but those that are walking through cancer right now, I want you to be able to see your caregiver in a different light because there are things that they're dealing with that we don't understand, and you may not understand till you're on the other side, and they might not understand until they're on the other side either. But this is also for my caregivers that are out there. And I say this often, I have a very special place for the caregivers in my heart because of what I know Eric is continuing to walk through. Because I want my caregivers who are on here to feel seen. I want you to know that there are people who understand. And I knew
Want to win the Powerball so I can fully focus on. Sorry, let me interrupt you.
I
I
like
get that.
I
I get
like
that.
that.
I
Yeah,
felt the
no.
same way.
Eric's
Yeah.
reading Jackie. So Jackie
Yeah.
is walking next to her husband who is battling
Yeah.
cancer.
You just want to have something happen, so all you have to worry about is that person.
Yeah.
And then
And I don't know if you guys read that.
Yeah.
Jackie said, yes, I just want to win the Powerball so I can fully focus on him 100%. Yeah. James Williams says, me too.
Yeah.
And so the point of this tonight, and if we, maybe it's something we do once a month and we come on, because listen, you guys know I come on almost every day and I talk to people all the time about cancer and all the things. But if this becomes something that you find helpful, you may be volunteered to come back. Voluntold. Eric's coming back.
You guys make the call, not me. So.
Oh, Jade says, I got approved for long-term care today and a family therapist.
Awesome.
Jade, we are celebrating that. 100%. Thank you for that. Yep, you're getting hugs from Maggie. Anybody who's new here, welcome in. My name is Jess. I'm a cancer survivor, and this is my husband / caregiver. I am 6.5 years out from my diagnosis, but this is a cancer community, however you've been touched, and this is a special live. We are, you can see, I made a whole board for it. Caregivers matter too. That's what this is about. But welcome in. If you want to stick around, we do lots of different lives. You can hit that follow button. That's what I would encourage you to do. That allows me to come across your For You page more often. So welcome. We're glad you're here. J Max says, Eric, this is your community too. So you make the call too. Voluntold. Mama, thank you for the follow. Hopeland, thank you for that daily. All right. Next question. Wait, I missed one. Maggie, are you new here, Maggie M? Welcome in. Mine was 30 years ago, stage 3 breast cancer. Me too. Not 30 years ago, but stage 3 breast cancer. Welcome in. I hope you choose to stick around. Let me see. Milo says, I'm realizing after being diagnosed that I probably wasn't compassionate enough during treatment. Ooh, Milo.
Welcome to life.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, that's where I sit too, Milo, very, very much. That all the things that I say on the page about to caregivers, and people are like, oh, Jess, that's amazing. Thank you for that. Those are the things I wish I would have said to Eric, but I didn't say them during it because I was just trying to survive. So don't be so hard on yourself. It's the nature of what we're walking through, right? And when we know better, we do better. It really is that simple. So Shun says, my sister was just diagnosed with cancer. The pain is unbearable, only given a leave. Any advice to help? Shun, is it Shun? Welcome in. Number one, what cancer was your sister diagnosed with, if you can tell me that? And number two, can you tell me where you're located, like where you live? We have some resources. We've been building resources by state to help people who may need help. And so I'm curious if you can answer those questions. Barb says the real question for Eric, can he draw? Can he draw?
I
So
can draw. I mean,
this is because of, my permission to play when I play games with everybody on Friday nights.
No, not that kind. I draw houses and
all the things.
and architecture.
Yeah, he's an architect. If you guys didn't know,
I can't draw a face to save my life. So.
Kelly says 12 years NED from breast cancer. Welcome, Kelly. I'm so glad you're here. Tammy says I was just told I am clear from breast cancer, and now the covering from my mastectomy. The covering from my mastectomy. What's that mean, Tammy?
Recovering.
Oh, recovering. Okay, excellent. Well, welcome in, Tammy. I'm glad you guys are here. I hope you choose to hit that follow button to stick around with us. Kevin says, I like hearing from both sides. Yes, me too, Kevin. Thank you for that. Oh, Jade says hearing the caregiver side is definitely putting into perspective for me. I know it's hard. Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like we struggle. I think most of us struggle when we're walking through it. I can see it more clearly now because I am on the other side. You know what I mean? And I put a lot of time into that. But you guys know I say this when cancer enters someone's life, it's the whole family that gets it. Like we all had cancer. We just had it was just a different kind of story. So I've got another question for Eric. What was the hardest part of caregiving that people on the outside never really saw? And before he answers, thank you, Sherry. For those of you who are caregivers, I want you to listen because, again, this is about you guys feeling less alone, seen, known, and less alone. It's what this page is all about. See, Eric is good at this already. Yeah, Melty, he is. So, what's the hardest part of caregiving that people on the outside never really saw?
Well, I'm going to reiterate, and as you said, there are people who jump on, right?
Yep.
That the sense of being able to technically do nothing to help the cancer is horrific, especially for someone like me. It may not be that way for everybody, but the sense that the person you love more than anyone else is in this state and you can't buy them a multivitamin or a, I mean, look, we used to do a lot of health stuff, but we still do actually, but we used to be very serious into health stuff. And the sense that there were no health things that were going to make this better. There was no verbal encouragement I could give technically that could make it better because I want to see results, right? As the caregiver. But that is by far the hardest for me. And every conversation I had with her, I was begging that she would say, "Will you do this? It would make me feel better." But 90% of the time, she felt so miserable, nothing was going to make her feel better.
Yeah.
So I just had to sit there and watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that was brutal for me personally. And I would imagine there are some, at least, out there who feel the same way. Um, Secondarily, um, I would recommend that people come to some sort of, for lack of a better term, zen state on alternative treatments, this type of treatment over that type of treatment. We buried ourselves for 6 months, just 24 hours a day, being like, I heard about this treatment, heard about that treatment. That treatment's not covered by insurance. It's $50,000. What are we going to do? We're going to sell everything we own? Like it was just nuts and terrifying. And then you start to get into this ugly cycle of, well, if I'm not willing to spend $50,000, do I not love my wife enough?
Mm,
Like it was
brutal.
so awful.
That's brutal.
Yeah. And then you got family members saying, you should be willing to spend anything, and it's like, but I got 4 kids and we have no money. And it was just, I would encourage everyone to take a breath and calmly make decisions and try to have some faith, I guess, for lack of a better term, that there are people, experts who know what they're doing,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's out of your hands. And that's really easy to say now that we've gotten this far through it, but
Yeah.
and not easy to say when we were in it. But yeah, that was definitely, and yeah, I've never told you that, but I don't
No, you
think
haven't. I told you guys I was going to hear things I hadn't
but
heard before.
but we had family members who worked in the health industry who were like, if you don't do this, she could die.
Yeah.
And then like, and it's only $40,000. And me just being like, calling every family member I've ever known who I don't talk to anymore and be like, can you give me some money, please? It was horrific.
Yeah. Well, and I think we're going to answer Penny's question in a minute, but I did see, I think it was Nini. Hi, Nini said, my husband feels the same way. Yeah. My
Yeah,
husband says he feels exactly
it
the same.
happens. I mean, in this world especially, it happens. I mean, there are YouTube channels where people claim they ate asparagus and now they don't have cancer anymore.
Right.
So
Right.
it's, I mean,
Phoenix, I'll see you next time. I appreciate you being here. We'll catch you next time for sure. So Penny said, Jess or Eric, did you lose any friends during the cancer journey?
I ended some relationships with people. Yeah, it wasn't ugly. I'm not that kind of person. I don't have a lot of friends. My wife is my best friend. Um,
It's me.
and it's hard for me to even keep that friendship stable. So,
I'm
you know,
sorry.
just as a joke. I mean, but in a way, I mean, it's the most important friendship. So,
Yeah.
um, So, but I did strategically say like, nah, I need to remove this person from my life.
Yeah. Muted us. Sorry, I muted us. I didn't mean to do that. All right.
Yeah.
Snow said, oh my God, felt that. Yeah. Hey, joy belongs here. Maria, that was funny, wasn't it? So Hopeland says, yeah, I get a lot of recommendations of stuff for me to take to cure my
Yeah.
cancer. It's out there. And then Kevin said, as a caregiver slash assistant to my bride, it drives me nuts that I can't fix her
Yeah.
cancer.
Understood.
Yeah. KGL says my sister has survivor's guilt because she has my other kidney and my
Oof.
remaining and my remaining has
Has
cancer.
cancer again.
So
So
her sister, Kate Cap, who's part of our community, that's actually the sister I met first, wrote a book called The Perfect Match because so KJL had given Kate
it's like
her
in the
kidney
combination of a
and
caregiver
then
and
yeah, yeah. And we talk about
cancer.
survivor's guilt all the time. I mean, that's a big thing in here.
That's
So
tough. I'm sorry.
Brenda, 28W, welcome in. Brenda, meet Erik. Erik, meet Brenda.
Hello.
All right, so let's do another question for Erik. What do you think? That's what I have to do with all those.
You have to eat
I
them.
do. It's
Okay.
thank you for that. I appreciate you, Maria. Don't they look like cotton candy?
Uh, they look like hearts. I thought.
Brenda says, hi, Erik. Nice to meet
You as
you.
well.
Mary says, you sound so funny eating hearts. You got some hi Erics.
Nice.
Oh, Jinx, I forgot. I forgot the name. I forgot the name. You're gonna have to remind me. You're gonna have to remind
Oh,
me.
sorry.
Danny.
Metal Rocker got kicked out accidentally.
Danny, Erik, Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Danny lives in California and I'm gonna go meet her someday
Oh,
because
cool.
she's real close. Okay, you're getting all this. Erik laughed too.
Yeah. It's,
He doesn't.
you can do that after I'm gone from if you want.
Erik doesn't do silly.
Yeah.
He doesn't do silly.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right.
When people say, let's play a game, I'm like, I'll talk to you later.
They already know that that we are never partners when we
No,
play games
no, we
because
fight. We
I'm too
fight.
competitive.
Yeah.
All right, I got to do the puzzle piece. We're not active enough. So TikTok is like, "Are y'all still there?" Oh, come
Not
on.
active enough.
Yeah, they like it when people move and dance
Oh,
and
okay.
move around, so they give us that. Sometimes I
Yeah.
want to go live with you. Thomas, you're so sweet. James said, "Oh, wait. No one makes her do that, Erik. That's all her."
Yeah, I know.
Nobody makes me. I'm just like, ooh, cotton
Yeah.
candy. James says, my guilt is when I see kids with cancer and I wish I could trade places and take the sickness and the
Yeah.
pain. And Mary says, dance, Erik.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
never happened.
Yeah, I feel that one, James. That's a hard one. And we have people in here. Oh, you're driving home, but we'll tap and listen because you got your tapper, right, Danny? I'm so glad. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, let's ask Erik another question. Here we go. What do you think I misunderstood about what you were carrying, and what do you think you misunderstood about what I was going through? So this is like a both way. What did I misunderstand about what you were carrying, and vice versa?
Well, I think that, and again, this is not a blanket answer. I think that I I think we both misunderstood each other pretty much all the time. Um, and that was one of the things that made it so tough. Some of the reasons I described pretty specific scenarios, but the general uh, overarching answer is, yeah, we were just misunderstanding each other. When you're miserable, you don't want to talk, and that means you're not going to talk to your caregiver. When the caregiver is frustrated, they're not going to talk to you because they don't want to upset you. So, I mean, that we were in a constant state of that, like, oh, here's a good moment, great. Use that like kind of like you're rationing it
Mm-hmm.
for 24 hours because, I mean, if without totally open and honest communication, which we didn't have,
Mm-mm.
there was just when we would be sitting in separate rooms in the same house, both kind of baffled, like, I guess we waited out.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's you guys know, especially with treatment, it's like this. You got a couple good days. Hey, Chuck, welcome in. You got a couple good days, and you got bad days, good days, bad days. And so it really was just kind of like everyone was just trying to get through. If I could do it all over again, I would definitely do things differently.
Me
Not
too.
that I want to do it all over again, but it may be in our future. We don't know. None of us know. We could get hit by a bus tomorrow. We already talked about that, right? But there is a preview of what it could be again. We could have to walk through this again. And I pray that if we do walk through it again, the one thing that I would want to be very different is our communication
Yeah.
skills.
The phrase, like, I think that it took years for me to start saying, I know you're miserable. Like, I know that you're just in a bad place, but I need to make sure you understand that if there's something you need from me, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I go over saying that out loud more often, and then on top of that, it would have been appreciative. Now, again, I wasn't the one with cancer, and that's kind of the whole weird person with cancer caregiver issue is it would have been wonderful if Jess had been like, look, I just want to be alone. I need to rest. There is nothing you can do right now. Thank you for trying. But I would have never expected that from her either in the state that she was in. So, I mean,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, well, we got some comments I want to read. Jerry, we're not singing. This isn't permission to play. Next time, come on Friday night and we will sing. Well, I will sing. You want to play some games on Friday night?
Absolutely
Jackie says, I'm a researcher. Oh, Erik, would you do? Oh, who do you have in your world at the time to support you?
no
Barb, what a
one.
great question. Say it again.
Absolutely no one.
Do you think that was partially by choice, or do you think it was just, what do you think?
Well,
I'm not judging you
well,
for it. I'm
I'm
just,
debating how I should engage this because if I start talking about people, we're going to talk about people on both sides.
Mhm.
And okay, so
This is an
um,
honest conversation.
so my support system has always been my immediate family. When I say immediate, I mean my wife, my children. That's it. I don't speak to my mother. My mother is a fatalist. If anyone knows what that word is, she just constantly talks about how awful everything is. And if I were to even talk to her about what had happened with Jess, I would just have to listen to her tell me statistics about cancer for 5 hours. Um, Aside from the fact that we just don't have a great relationship. Um, So I learned really young to kind of be out on my own, and this is I'm unique. Okay, I am a unique, and that's why I said at the very very beginning, how you grew up matters in this conversation. I learned really young that I was better off not talking to certain people, even family, about things like this. And then on Jess's side, I got, you're the husband. You should be willing to take out $1 million loan if it takes it to save my daughter. And those were the two sides. And I very quickly was just like, I think your mother and my mother are related. And I was like, so those are the two choices I had, and I basically just I
Yeah.
shut it down, and
Yeah.
I kept it inside our home.
Yeah. And Danny, you and I have talked about this. You said, Erik, you are so much like my Greg. And Danny and I have had this conversation because I'm like, I think your husband and my husband are like separated at birth or something. Very much alike, very much alike. Chuck says family was a great help for me and my wife. And I'm so
That's
glad,
awesome.
Chuck. It's not
It
the
should be.
case. Yeah, it
It
should
should
be.
be.
Exactly. We should all be better. Jamie says, my mom is a warrior. I love her, but it's not helpful talking to her.
That
Mm-hmm.
adds to the stress.
Yeah, let me see. I want to get a couple more. J Max says, what do you think when we say we feel guilty about asking for help from other caregivers? What do you think when we say we feel guilty about asking for help from other caregivers? J Max, I'm missing it.
From our caregivers, I mean, I'm gonna try to answer it and see
Oh,
see if
okay.
it's
So like if I were like, I don't want to ask you for help because I
yeah.
feel guilty for asking you for help.
In our house, that would have made our whole scenario much worse. If she had been constantly being like, "I'm too hot," and I bring her some ice water. "I'm too cold," and I bring her a heated blanket. "My back hurts," and I bring her more pillows. Or buy a freaking special bed that like shapes like a recliner. I mean, any of those things would have made my life easier.
Yeah.
So again, everybody's different, but um, communication with someone who has cancer when you don't have it. I mean, maybe that's a good way to look at it. It's like I have an invisible, uh, evil thing that's like making my life a living nightmare, and no one could possibly understand what it is because they don't have it. And yet, the people who care about you, you're not telling them anything.
Mhm.
Um, Complaining from Jess made my life easier. That makes it sound like it's
No, I
negative.
like it.
It's
I like it.
but like,
It's true.
speaking.
So Big Mike says, I'm about to go no contact with my maternal side of my family because they have been abusive
Yeah.
most of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it, but my childhood was pretty awful.
Yeah.
And I was so happy to finally get away.
Yeah.
So,
Ex Metal Rocker says, I'm still up for adoption and I'm almost housebroken.
that's
Ex Metal
great.
Rocker, how old are you? Allie says, I wish I had better support system and that my caregivers would hear me. It's hard. Yeah, it
Yeah,
truly is.
I'm sorry.
Um, oh, I saw something else I wanted to read. Where was it? Where'd you go? Oh, Danny, you said, Erik, our families are toxic. Greg and I have each other and our daughter, and thankfully you're Jess. Oh, Danny, you're so sweet. Their daughter's name is Jess, too.
No, that's cool.
So cool. How's she doing, by the way, Danny? Is she eating like back to normal yet? I hope. I hope. Oh, no, I don't want to go out. Go back. Go back. All right, I have to learn how to fend for myself young. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like many of us did. I don't know. Maybe it's a generational thing. We talked about this with our kids all the time. We're kind of like, we just talked about it with our 13-year-old because it
Yeah.
was like the generational differences. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And you're not that much. You're not, I mean, you're in your 20s, Big Mike. You're not too young, but young enough. And it's a lot. And guess what? You got us. You got us.
No, I mean, for what it's worth, for the people who might not have the support of family, um, at 22 years old, I sat down with two of my one aunt and one uncle, who were the only people that I spoke to anymore in the family. And my mother had never worked a job, and she's mentally ill. And she expected me. She said my reason for being alive was to take care of her. And at 22, I sat down with my aunt and uncle, who were pretty well off, and I was sleeping in my car. And I was basically like, "This is really how it is." 22 years old, just finally got my high school diploma. So, I mean,
Yeah.
is this what it is? And they said, finally, out of nowhere, they were like, "No, you're right." And they had her sell her home, and she moved into their basement,
Yeah.
and she still lives there. 30 years ago, well,
Yeah.
28
Big
years ago.
Mike says, I was in and out of mental health places from 8 years to 16 years old, then went into therapeutic foster care. That's a lot, Big Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you for being brave and sharing more of your story. I appreciate you for that. And I saw Kat said something too. Let me get you, Kat. You said, when I was diagnosed, my mother had support from her sisters, but couldn't give or offer me the same. It's a lot.
It's tough.
Noni Cafe. I see you hitting level 4 in here. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I
And I
appreciate
should say, these scenarios don't mean that you can't love your family. I think that's something that I've had to learn over the years, is that my family's my family. They are who they are, and I don't dislike them or anything like that. It's just at a certain point, you need to realize what's making you healthy or unhealthy.
Yeah. Well, let me go ahead and ask Erik another question.
Yeah.
Chuck, thank you for those go pops. I appreciate that. Reezy fell out of the hammock. Come on. You got to hold on tight. Hook those toes on. What did you see behind closed doors that made you realize that looking fine and actually being fine were two very different things? So let me preface this while he thinks. A lot of you know this. We've talked about this before. We talk about it a lot. We look fine. A lot of us can look fine on the outside, but we're not fine, right? So that's where this question is kind of coming from. What did you see behind closed doors that made you realize looking fine and actually being fine were two different things?
So I'll give a couple examples. Um, Jess was a champ through her surgeries, and um, she, I remember probably the hardest things that we dealt with was her like mastectomy, the scars, her feeling like she just wasn't herself anymore. Those were really tough times. But in general, when it came to the chemo and radiation, um, she was very cute and fun when her hair fell out, and bought all kinds of hats, and like, I mean, she's really pretty, so maybe that helps. But like, so she looked good. But like, all of that was really great. I will say though, there was a moment, and I don't know if we've talked about this either. So
I like it. Go for it.
buckle up.
Go for it.
Um, when we had to move from Florida to Phoenix, we had to take a moving van with all our things, and had a friend help us drive the other vehicle with the kids in it, a minivan, I think it was, across the country. And Jess had recently finished her last chemo
Yeah.
treatment. And I'm driving along, and we're like heading towards the panhandle of Florida on our way to Arizona. And I look over, and her eyes are Mountain Dew yellow. And I was like I know enough to know what that is, like what that could mean. And for 22 hours we drove sitting next to each other, and I just said encouraging things, but my heart rate must have been through the roof. I mean, just the whole time, like just praying and praying that her eyes would start to clear up. And I think those are it's just an example of the kind of things that inside the house you see that no one outside the house ever notices or ever has to experience. And I think that that can strengthen a family a lot. Um, and I also think that it's something that people outside the home will never understand unless they've been through it themselves. So if to add to that question, if you're expecting people outside to get it, I mean, I don't think so. I don't think it's really, unless they are going through the same thing as you or something similar to you. It's tough for other people to get it, and give them some slack, because they
Yeah.
just, what was it you joked about the other day, that the one thing you don't say is, oh, it's only prostate cancer? It's like the
Oh,
easiest
yeah.
thing. And yeah,
Prostate
like,
cancer, breast
yeah,
cancer, thyroid cancer.
yeah,
Oh, you got the good kind of cancer.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we don't do
That's not a thing.
that.
That's not a thing. So
Odin, welcome
yeah.
in. So, Brandy, can you see? Terrible decision, by the way, moving, very rude. So, Brandy is a
Friend from Florida.
longtime friend, and
Yeah.
we moved away from her because she's in Florida, across the country for
Mm.
sure. Yeah. Sherry says, I'm broken now after losing my husband. Sherry, I'm so
Sorry.
sorry. It's so hard. We talk about this often, and I wish I can't take it back, but we can sit with you on your hardest days. Odin, thank you so much for those go pops. D says, prostate cancer is killing me. Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Like that people, and again, I know why they say it. Like I had breast cancer, and people go, well, at least you got the good kind of cancer. There's so much research out there for that. You're going to be just fine. And I know why they say it. Mega Girl WHF, welcome in. It's good to see you again. I know why they say it. They say it because they want to give us hope. They say it because they want us to be glass half full, looking forward to, not down and all those things. So I know it comes from a good place. It's just not the right thing to say. Candace, welcome in. Yeah, you got the good kind of cancer last week, says Hopeland. And Hopeland,
Mm.
I saw you say that you've got your shave head day on Saturday. Are you gonna video it? Are you gonna record it? I should show you guys my video. I did. My oldest son, who's 22 now, he was 15 at the time, 16. No, he just turned 16. He videoed while my friend shaved my head for me.
Do they even know that you like focused on changing your hair color every 6 months and doing different styles, and then
That was
suddenly you got
before.
cancer and you lost all your hair?
Yeah, yeah, that was before cancer. There's
Irony.
before and
Sad
after.
irony.
Patty says I have to run. Eric, it's been so nice to meeting you. I
Nice to
needed
meet you as well.
this.
Yeah.
Patty is a caregiver right now for her
Okay.
boyfriend. So yeah, wonderful. Thank
Hang
you
in
so
there.
much. Video will be posted. Okay. Ex Metal Rocker says after my face surgery, I didn't need makeup for Halloween.
You got to look at the
True.
positives,
You
right?
gotta. Okay. We got another question for
Yeah.
Eric. I get the you're so lucky you don't have to work and just get to be home in bed all day. Oh goodness, no. Nuh-uh. Ivana, it's so good to see you. Okay, you said, of course, you change your
At
hair
least they
color
caught
a,
early.
a hundred times before losing your hair.
Yeah.
Ivana, I did. Like I'll send you the pictures if you really want. Yeah, at least they caught it early. We heard that one, right? All right, here's another question for Eric. And I want you guys can ask him questions too. It
Mm.
doesn't just have to be me. Jackie says, how do you find balance of how to react to concerning symptoms without
Mm.
overreacting?
Yeah. So when I brought it up, the whole like yellow eyes thing, I mean, I have actually personally, because I was on a lot of medications as a child. I was a very sick kid. And um, there was always the fear that my liver might not be able to handle things. So I was always supposed to look for yellow around the edge of my eyes. And Jess was just like, all the white was yellow. And but it took every ounce of it, but I didn't say a word. Instead, I started saying encouraging things, asking her if she needed to take a break. I stopped 5 times more often than I would have on a normal trip because I hate driving and traveling. I want to get it over with, but I saw that and I'm like, you want to stop? You want to stop? You want a coffee? You want a water? You want to, anything? You want some food? To just like focus solely on any possible thing I could do to help her body heal faster. And so, unfortunately, even though I had no idea of knowing if any of those things were going to help or not, trying matters. I mean, and
Yeah.
trying can give you strength,
Hmm.
you know, for, a time,
Well, and I might say, Jackie, because you asked, how do you find balance? I don't really think Erik found that balance.
Yeah, you're right. I overdid it
I
every
don't think
time,
he
but
did. I don't know if he would do it differently now, but I mean, that's just how he is. And maybe you're the same
well, if I
way.
don't overreact, I feel like I didn't do enough later. So, I mean, you choose. You want to feel like a failure later or a winner at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yeah, CNA Donna, I see you said you sent me a message. You know, I read them all and I'll respond. Oh, Mickey, is this your first time in? I don't recognize your name. You said I looked like Uncle Fester after shaving my head. So for Halloween, I wore my
There you go.
minister's
It's
robe. It's
perfect.
perfect. Well done. I like it. Okay, Jackie says he passed out and had abdominal pain on Sunday. I called 911. They admitted, just came home today. I'm glad that he's home, Jackie. I didn't realize all that was happening. I didn't realize that was all happening. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Mickey Randall. Ivana says, my husband is a fixer, so a big shift was having him just listen to m- me,
My life
my, this.
sucks. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
my situation sucks. And
yeah,
that's, to be honest, if Jess did that more, it probably would have made it easier for me. And
yeah,
for any caregiver out there, um, you know, you're looking at someone and it's like, look, you don't have to convince me that cancer sucks, but if you can at least tell me how you're feeling, there might be some nugget in there where I can be like, why don't I do this? And maybe it'll make it a little less awful, or at the very least, they're venting to me, which I know and I have learned, even though it feels strange, that just letting that stuff out helps.
yeah, for sure.
And by the way, for anybody who hasn't asked yet, we have obviously had the whole conversation about husbands always want to fix everything, and sometimes women just want to talk. And I mean, I shouldn't say
It's
men and
not
women,
gender.
husbands and wives. It's not really
Yeah,
gender based, but
yeah. There's
there's
usually
always
one in the relationship that wants to
there's
fix
the
and
fixer
one.
and there's the yeah.
Yeah,
So, and in our situation specifically, I'm the guy who wants to fix everything, and
yeah.
she has repeatedly said to me over the years, even before cancer,
It's tissue or toolbox.
yeah, there you
I'll tell
go.
that story in a minute. So Kat says Erik was observant and willing to make changes in order to help, something many here are starved of. Yeah, they don't have it. No,
Yeah.
I don't. I know that I'm blessed. I do. I know that I'm blessed. Um, we're not perfect. He's not perfect. I'm not
Oh, I
perfect,
made
but
major
I
mistakes.
recognize that
Yeah.
it's something a lot of people don't have. I saw something else. Hold on a second. Sherry says I was the fixer.
Yeah.
Helio says Snow likes her mac and cheese. It's good comfort food for her. That's great, Helios.
That's great.
You do that for her. Jackie says it just makes me feel dumb, like it's my fault he had to spend 4 days in the hospital. Oh,
Yeah.
Jackie, we can't take that on. Really can't take that on.
And maybe it's worth saying that as the caregiver,
Right. She said, disclaimer, he has not said that.
no,
Completely me feeling that way.
exactly, but interestingly enough, as the caregiver, you're the light. So the less time you spend feeling like you could have done something more or whatever, and the more you're just there in a positive way,
Yeah.
that's better than kicking yourself.
Reezy, I know you said you've been trying to put a question in. Do me a favor. If you split it up into maybe two, and sometimes if there's a word you think it might be flagging, instead of putting an I, put a number one in or space it out. So it's not, because something's blocking it from coming through. So you can try different things. I think if you send it to me in a message, I can use another device to pull it up. So let me know if you want to try that. Brenda Lee says, very well said, Erik.
Oh.
Jackie says, did I mention I'm an overthinker?
Yeah.
He won't let anyone else do anything to help. You mean no one outside of him, Reezy? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Like he won't let anyone else help?
again, though, that's the other side of the coin, is someone who feels like that they're used to handling
Hubby
things on
won't.
their own,
Yeah.
and now asking for help. It's the other side of the coin.
Hmm.
It's the, are you the fixer? Are you not? Doesn't, like you said, it doesn't matter the gender, but the reality is those types of individuals can either become the, I will accept help, or I feel like I'm a burden now, which makes me hate myself. So, and that
But
can get
what?
ugly.
So, but
So,
here's the question. He doesn't trust anyone. So here's the question. This is obviously something that for Reezy, she's in chemo right now,
yeah.
right? And it sounds like help is needed, right? So what do you do with that? Is there anything to be done, or is it just
Well,
Reezy understanding?
when you say doesn't trust anyone, as in the doctors,
No,
or
for asking for help. Is it that, are you talking about other people helping Reezy? Yes, he is overwhelmed. Are you talking about other people like in your community, your family, your friends? He's not accepting help. We're not talking about your medical team, right? No, family and friends. Okay.
I mean, I accepted help and I hated myself for it. But in the end, I felt like I did the right thing, because if there was even a 1% chance that it was going to help her heal faster, and to this day, we kind of oscillate back and forth around the idea of that maybe the first non-insurance approved stuff that we did maybe kept her healthier, didn't cure the cancer or get rid of the cancer, but maybe made her stronger, so that when she had to go through the traditional chemo and radiation, she came out stronger as a human being physically. So, and I'm not going to lie. I mean, any little thing that makes me feel like, well, at least as a team and as a caregiver myself, we did what we could. It set us back years.
Hmm.
But I mean, what are the years worth if one of you is gone? So,
Yeah.
I don't like saying that though, because I don't want people who are financially, in a bad place or
Hmm.
even in a tough place to feel like they need to, that money is the solution
Right.
to,
Well, and
you
even
know,
those who, like, I think of my caregivers that are in this room who have lost the person that they were caregiving for, right? I mean, you sit here and you go, like, I'm thankful that I'm here. I'm grateful that I'm here,
yeah.
but we're grieving a lot that we lost. And then others are grieving something even bigger because that person's no longer here.
Well, and Big Mike said it, and I'll reiterate it. As a caregiver, there was never a moment where my life felt like a burden. I mean, come on, this is something that it is a massive disease that is just blanketing the world, and so, I would not. I would hope. I should say that I would hope that you recognize that for me personally, the more, for lack of a better, concerns, I want to say complaining because I can't think of a better word, but the more you would complain to me, the better I felt that I was well informed of how I could be a good caregiver for my wife.
Hmm.
And I never once felt like she was a burden
Yeah.
at all.
Well, and I think that's where that communication comes in, because so many people in this community, because we've talked about a lot, you feel like a burden. You
Mm.
feel like asking for help. You shouldn't. Like everybody I work with past. Scully, everybody. I'm missing everybody I work with past. Scully, I'm missing it. Hey Frank C, welcome in. I'm
Mr.
glad you're
Wade.
here. Yeah, Scully, tell me a little bit more. Scully's been here forever.
I,
We's
I
friends.
will say
I'm missing
this.
it though.
Maybe this might help somebody. I'll just say
Yeah,
this.
go for it.
Um, I did learn to hate cancer. So,
Doesn't
like,
everybody hate
well,
cancer?
no, but you have to understand, you have to find somebody not to like.
Mm,
Like when you talk about being a burden, when you talk about, um, I can't fix it, and you get frustrated, so you end up hating yourself, and then
mm.
you then have the person with cancer that you can't help, and they're not giving you input, and they're feeling like a burden. Probably one of the most valuable things I learned personally, which I don't know, maybe it's easy for everybody, but for me it wasn't. I had to actually realize, you know what I hate? I hate cancer.
I never thought about it that
I
way. Oh
hate
my
it.
gosh. Is that new for anyone else? I never thought about that way. I was like, everyone hates cancer, but it makes sense to turn it a different way.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Sorry.
Nothing wrong with hating cancer.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. James says, I feel so lucky. I had great support and awesome
Yeah, it's
medical
a big
staff.
deal.
I had to go hug my wife a second ago. Oh, James, lawyer mom's here. Welcome in. Lawyer mom, Erik. Erik, lawyer mom. She's one of my besties out in California.
Okay.
Love it so much. I didn't understand why my hubby was so frustrated. Yeah. So Valerie, yeah, okay. Well, hi. We're here to learn. We're here to learn from somebody. Hopefully, we're understanding a little bit. Jackie says you have to place the blame somewhere, and cancer is what deserves the blame.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
And again, um, for me, and I mean, you can say, and you're probably right, that that's my weakness, that I let myself get angry about it. And I did. But once I learned what to be angry at,
Yeah.
it
Well,
changed it.
Frank
So,
C says no one likes it, meaning
yeah,
cancer, but you don't hate it until you face it.
right. Yeah,
Yeah. It's called helplessness, hating
yeah,
cancer.
sure.
Yeah. Valerie says, "Hi, hubby. By the way, Valerie lives in Chandler. We're meeting for
Oh,
coffee next week when you're out of
I've
town."
got a lot of projects in Chandler. Okay, cool.
Sherry says, "Eric, I feel the same way. I hate cancer. 100%. Yes, yes, yes. What's going on over here? Why is it doing that?
You should shut that off.
Being angry at,
It's causing
okay,
a.
fine. I'm Sherry says, I'm grateful for my husband during the first year. Chemo was tough. Truly, truly.
Yep.
All right. Let me ask Eric another question for, unless you guys have a question, you can always ask him a question. I hate it for others more than I do for
Yeah,
myself. Indeed. Did I
that's not
see,
uncommon.
Dee, did you put in here that your wife, your daughter, and someone else, you say, have all passed because of cancer, Dee? Is that what I said? I heard something about them in your arms. And Dee, you're new to this community. You just came in a couple days ago. I met you on the page, and I'm really glad that you're here sharing bits of your story. We've got a great community here, you guys. If you don't know that already, I think a lot of us do. Big Mike says a support system close by makes it harder to not feel like a burden.
Mm,
Yeah, you can. I feel your pain, bro, says Frank C.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. Oh, Dee, I'm so sorry to hear that. Penny says my daughter and son-in-law will be in Phoenix the first week of September. They're leaving me home. Oh, they're leaving you home. Penny, say, I want to go down and see Jess. Thanks for staying by her, Eric. Yeah.
Well,
He's stuck with me now. He can't get rid of me.
and based upon what was just being said, punk rocker or ex metal rocker guy, a gentleman,
Oh, ex metal rocker.
um, said that attitude is a big deal, and it is. So if you start to feel like you're a burden and get down in the dumps, it will affect your health. So I
Yeah.
mean, don't do that.
Okay, we got a couple people. Big Mike's heading out, has a bad headspace. Well, Big Mike, check in with us. We want to be here for you.
Hey,
And I
Mike.
think I saw Milo. Are you heading out too? Got to go. So exhausted from chemo today. I'll be in tomorrow morning. Yes, I'll be here at 7 a.m. Arizona time for Sherzies. Let me get a couple more of these here.
What is
Jade
something I can
says,
tell her?
what?
I'm reading Jade.
Jade says, Eric, what is something I can tell my partner to help him feel more comfortable talking to me about my situation? She's dealing with cancer and chemo right now. What can she say to her partner to help him feel more comfortable talking to her about it?
I mean, brutal honesty is super important. Um, if you're afraid, um, if you feel like you've got a bad doctor, I'm just thinking of the things that Jess and I have spoken about. Um, if you are thinking about your kids, you know, and like, what this would do to them. We've had all those really, really scary conversations, and I would just reiterate that there's no conversation once you get cancer that is inappropriate.
Good word. Hi, Ashley. You always come in and say, hey, family. I love it so much. Jackie says, Eric, seeing your emotion is so validating. Thank you for sharing.
Happy, happy to
Yeah.
be here.
Frank says, I am thrilled for your outcome. I wasn't as fortunate. You slayed the dragon. I couldn't. Frank C lost his life.
I'm sorry.
It's hard. It's really hard. And we're glad you're here. Frank C, I want you to get connected with our community. I know again, we have new people that come in every day. And I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. And I hope you stick around and get to know people because your story matters. You matter. Your loss matters. Everything that, and we've all lost stuff, but those of you who have lost someone, I don't think there's a greater loss out there. I don't know. We've talked like I don't know if you'd recover.
Oh, I mean,
But
like
you move on, right? And not move on, you know what I mean? Like you take those steps forward, but
that's a good point.
it would be something that I pray we never have to do. And Helios, you said that you had a lot of people that cut ties with you and Snow, like friendship when all this happened, when health started going downhill. Yeah? Is that what you were saying? Reezy says, I already had mental health issues before the cancer, so it's a lot for someone to deal with
Yeah.
and to handle.
There's a lot of baggage that gets them like um expanded, emphasized, amplified. That's the word I was trying to
Amplified.
think of.
Yeah.
Amplified when you get something like that. And we
Yeah.
we learned that really fast. So
Yeah. I'm going to do this real quick because I just want to scroll down here. We usually, and listen, if you guys are here, I see a lot of new people that are here that are just sitting in the background. It's totally fine. You can just hang out. You don't have to engage, but I want to welcome you in. So I want you to know that's why this board is up here. It says seen plus known equals less unknown. This is the equation of our page. When you come in and you put comments in, we see you. As you stay and we get to you put more comments, we get to know you, right? Seen plus known. And the hope is that you'll feel less alone. So I see Rhonda and Curly Sue, Paulette, doing my best, New York, Southern Lady, Rob. Welcome in, you guys. You don't have to say anything to be here. I just want you to know that you're welcome here. A fly on the wall or the 213 that are out on the For You page that aren't coming in, it's okay. And you're welcome here for sure. All right, let's ask Erik another question and then we'll go from there. I got some. I don't have a ton, but I have a few more for him. Okay. When treatment ended? So this is for all my people that are living life after. Yes, Naruto, Ivana. She's one of my. So I showed you the pictures of. I'll say it another time. Yes, we got a couple anime fans in here, and that go along with what we like to do. Thank you, Reezy, for that. Okay, question. Serious face. When treatment ended, did you expect things to go back to normal? When did you realize cancer wasn't necessarily over just because treatment
this is
was?
the question for me, right?
It is.
Um,
Did you,
it's
first question, did you expect things to go back to normal when treatment ended?
no, they they still haven't. There is no normal anymore. We're in a new normal, which is abnormal. And if there is a normal, I haven't figured it out yet.
Okay, you answered the first part. That's a hard one. You're going to make me cry. When did you realize cancer wasn't necessarily over just because treatment was?
Well, I mean, when you get cancer or your family member gets cancer or you're a caregiver for someone with cancer, you do the research and you start to find out that sometimes it's comes back, sometimes it's not treated properly, sometimes shows up somewhere else and one, but at the same time it actually also kind of makes you realize, well, I could be the one to get cancer next.
Yeah, but you won't go to the doctor.
No, so as long as I don't go to the doctor, I'll be perfectly fine.
Terrible.
So, but I'm not gonna lie. Some of my fear of going to the doctor is related to watching my wife go to the doctor over and over again and only get sicker, even if it was ultimately healing her. Um, yeah. So, and I'm sorry that sounds really dark and bleak,
You can say
but but
honest conversations here.
but we had a lot of dreams, me specifically, that were gonna happen in 10 years, and then we spent 5 years surviving,
Hmm.
and that was it. No extra work, no
Truth is
saving
king.
money. I mean, no, it was just uh, what I called circling the wagons, which, sorry, that's an old person term, but the reality is I just said, I'm not going to talk to other people. I'm going to protect my family. And we're just going to stay inside until this goes away. And everything else stopped.
Hmm.
And going back to that previous life of all the things that we were doing, it almost feels scary because I feel like if I do it, we'll forget something and then something bad will happen.
Yeah. James says, hey, that's how I grew my tumor to 8 pounds. Go to the doctor, Eric.
Oh, jeez.
Misty says, sounds like my husband. Doodlebug, welcome in. Katie, welcome in. Hi, Mandy. I didn't see you come in. Welcome in. Barb says, yep, I understand that. Ashley says, my husband won't go to the doctor either. My dad wouldn't for the longest time. Yeah. I mean, I know it's a lot. It's a lot. Friends disappeared, says Valerie. Been a long time since I heard circling the wagon, says Kat. CNA Donna using my stickers. Thank you for using my stickers. I appreciate that. Andrew says, if the dream is a farming commune in the middle of nowhere, I'm
Nice.
in. Andrew, you know
Take
he's,
their information down
you
because
already know
we
Andrew. You know
oh,
Andrew.
okay. I see.
All the plants. You and Erik and your green thumbs. Kat says, I'm a bring Doc with me if ever we meet, Jess. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Bobby goes to the doctor as need now. Jess, it's been 2 weeks tomorrow. Oh, Ashley, it's so heavy. I'm so sorry, my sweet friend. Rough night. Is that what I saw you said earlier?
Yeah.
JMax says, get checked. Colonoscopies are better when asleep. I had two awake. Not fun. No, thank
Did
you,
you see them
sir.
awake? Or
No, it wasn't on purpose. Lawyer mom,
oh,
thank you for the go pop. Frank says, I had to go to the doctor when my wife said, you can't die before me because you have to take care of me.
yeah. And, there's something we're saying here. There is one thing that I am just, um, for lack of a better term, killing myself on, and that is working. Because the one thing I know is that the less debt we have, the more money there is. If something happens to me, I've done everything. I feel like I've done everything I can. The problem is come at the cost of vacations, fun, activities, silliness. That's something that cancer has taken away from me personally. Um, and I would love to have it back at some point.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work though, and that's kind of the thing. I think one of the hardest things for me that we lost as a couple is the ability to dream. We used to
Yeah.
plan and dream what we would do when all of our kids grew up and were out of the house. And now 3 of our 4 kids are out of the house. We have one left. And we just had a conversation a few weeks ago about how difficult it is to even think about what we'll do when Bella's off on her own in 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, is there something we can dream about? It's a lot of work. When cancer took it away from us, it really took it away, the ability, because you were like 2 weeks out. That's all I can do. 2 weeks out, 2 weeks out, 2 weeks out, next scan, next appointment. And now it's like trying to claw our way back to having something to dream about, and something to look forward to. I don't know. It's just a big deal. That's one of the biggest things I think
It's
that
tough.
I've lost. Cause
And
yeah.
and and again, I just want to reiterate, it's a big problem for me personally. I'm not saying that it should be a big problem for anybody. But we're being honest here, and there are things that cancer has done to my mind, um, that I have not overcome yet.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume that that's
Work in
yeah.
progress. Okay. So, Basita, am I saying that right? I have SCLC lung cancer, which has it's metastasized, it has spread, and I'm scared. I s-
Bebecita. I'm
Be,
sorry.
Bebecita. No, thank you for I couldn't see. The letters are
Yeah.
so coolly written. Welcome in. I saw you followed. This is your first time coming in. I want to welcome you. I hope you're getting some love in the chat from some friends here. And I hope that you choose to come back. This is a special edition, I guess. This is our first Caregivers Matter 2 type of live. I come live 6 to 7 days a week, and we have cancer check in days where we talk all about what we're dealing with, however, cancer has touched your life. And then we have Permission to Play, which is on Friday night, where we come and have fun because we need joy belongs in this community too, amongst the heavy stuff. But I know you've got a lot going on. That's heavy, really heavy. Can you tell me when your diagnosis was? Penny says, you guys are blessed to have each other. I've had so much loss. I live day to day. Penny, I hear that.
I'm sorry.
And here we are, right? We have our online community. It doesn't replace the people in real life, but I'm really thankful that you guys are here. You'll be on your book tour. What do you mean, Scully? Am I writing a book now? I'm losing everything.
Yeah.
Hiya, Moonrunner. Moonrunner says, hiya, Jess and Erik. Welcome in. I'm looking. Sorry, I'm trying to get these. I'm gonna write a book, Scully. All right, I'll come around. June 22nd, I had a seizure and I got to the hospital, and that's when you found out. Are you
Has your
already?
cancer been checked for mutations? She is asking you. I don't know if that
Oh no,
matters.
they're
Yeah.
asking.
Oh,
So I Tara, I said Tara. We got
oh
another.
they're asking
Yeah,
Bebecita. I'm
Tara,
sorry.
I didn't see you come in. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so yeah, they're talking. Has your cancer been checked for mutation? Have you started treatment yet, Jenny says because they have the cancer gene. It's just always there, isn't it, my friend? It's always there. Well, we want to welcome you in. We truly do. And listen, you're going to get scooped up by all of the community here. And I want you to come back and keep coming back so we can get to know you more. They told me I had 3 tumors, which it's in my brain, adrenal gland, and lung. Yeah, that's a lot. It's super heavy. Well, hi, Miss Jess. I love it when you say that every time you come in. It's so nice.
Just got
I just got
approved for
approved for
my
half
chemo.
my,
Good.
okay, all right, one day at a time.
First
And
step.
you're going to learn this when you come in here. You're going to learn this when you come in here more and more. One day at a time is the best you can do.
Mm.
Your fear, this what you're feeling right now is pulling you into a future that's not here yet. You're thinking worst case scenario. You're thinking all these things, all the horrendous and awful things that could potentially be there. But that's not happening right now. We're just here in today. So I want to encourage you to take a breath and just be here in this moment with us. You're getting prayers and love from so many people in the chat. And I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm really glad that you spoke up and said something. I'm really glad. That's the first step, is to get connected here for sure. Sometimes 1 hour at a time. Did you want to say something?
I was just gonna say, you ready for another question?
I'm ready for another question. Okay,
7.
Jackie,
Yeah.
really oh, Jackie says, gotta head out. Really thank you so much for this, Eric and Jess.
Nice to
Absolutely,
meet you.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, we're gonna do another question for Eric because I've got a few left. Why do you think some caregivers move toward the person that they love when they're scared, while others pull away, shut down, get sarcastic, angry, or avoid the whole thing?
Well, nobody likes having. I talked a little bit about this earlier, but this is good to reiterate these things. Um, Nobody likes having all of their lack of skill set exposed. Like if you're good at certain things and bad at other things, everything that you're bad at is going to show up when someone you love gets cancer. The whole like person who's like, well, I'll make a joke and lighten the mood, and but no, that doesn't work. And then, well, what can I do to help? I have cancer. What are you going to do to help? I mean, there are all these things that come about that you've never had to, potentially never had to experience or deal with. And the difficulty is, and we talked about this earlier, one, communication is huge. Okay. So if you're experiencing one or the other, and it can happen both ways, the person with cancer or the caregiver starting to get upset and frustrated, yeah, communication is a big deal, but to try to provide some sort of hope or encouragement in that scenario, it's because cancer exposes all of your
Shortcomings?
shortcomings. Yeah, your lack of skill sets. I mean, it really does. Um, it did for me, big time. And I think there were a lot of times where Jess just kind of went inside herself. And that's like looking at the person that you love through glass.
Mm.
You know, they're there, but you're not actually communicating with them in any way, which can again make it worse. So, why do I think it's because cancer sucks? I mean, that's really like the most general way to put it. Um, and, just starting off every morning with the recognition that the reason why things are odd or off is not because of your caregiver or yourself, and then the other person do that as well. There should be some sort of self-affirming thing that people in this situation do every morning when they get up. And they're like, you know what? We're in a terrible situation. All this sucks. I hate it. We hate it. But like, we need to start the day remembering that it's something outside of our relationship that's caused this.
Yeah. What do you
You
think?
know?
Like, I think this is a big one because I hear it in this community a lot that there is their caregiver um, seems to be either shut down, avoiding, not wanting to talk about it, can be, I put sarcastic in the question because they kind of like joke around about it, right? So that's kind of my question. And I don't know if anything comes to mind. And even for you guys, maybe you have something to say about it, but I personally think that that happens because my question is, why do you think some caregivers move toward the person like Erik moved toward me, right? He was like there to serve, to help, to like he wasn't going anywhere. He took our vows very, very seriously, and sickness and health, death do us part, all those things. Not all do, but I don't think it's necessarily intentional. I think that it's how they were prepared beforehand or how they weren't prepared beforehand. Does that make sense? So I feel like if you weren't prepared, and how do you get prepared for cancer? How do you? How do you get prepared to be able to handle that in a different way?
I
So I don't.
mean, it's not far off from when this is not a disease scenario, but it's not far off from when two significant others have an argument about trust. And you think that that one or the other, or even both of you, might have done something to damage that trust. The hardest thing in the world to do in that moment is not just be angry and walk away, because it's this scenario that you want to express how frustrated you are, how angry you are. You're focused on the emotions of that moment. Problem is, the cancer doesn't care about emotion or your frustration. And so I think our just natural way of responding to things is in frustration and potentially anger. And cancer actually causes that without actually causing any dissonance in your relationship emotionally, which is kind of strange,
Yeah.
but it's the truth. It is.
Yeah.
So,
Jerry asked a question and it was, what would you have done if Jess pushed you away?
um,
Bye, Jamie. Sleep well, rest well. We'll see you next time.
one, I would have been very, very unhappy. And I don't mean angry, I just mean I would have felt very helpless. But two, I would have probably had a conversation with myself internally, which I had to do actually. I had to do this a lot, where I'm like, I guess the best thing I can do is just sit and check. And even if every hour I come up to check on her while she's resting, she's like, if she's asleep, I quietly leave the room. If she's awake, I'll ask her if she needs anything, and she'll probably say, I told you I don't want anything. But at least I'm there, engaging. She has, and this is one of the things that's tough, but it's actually kind of true. She has every right to be angry and upset.
At cancer?
Yeah. And sometimes she's going to take it out on me. But I mean, if I'm being thoughtful enough, I should recognize that it's the thing that we hate in the room. It's the cancer, not each other. So,
Yeah.
you know, try
Yeah.
to remember that, because there were times, so many times, where she was like, just leave me. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to. Don't make me talk. I don't.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
because I hate cancer, and
Yeah.
so does my wife. So,
Frank says, I was all in 100%. Fading away never came to mind. It was my purpose to do everything I could.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Bill says, cancer patients lash out because we know we are helpless at
Yeah,
times.
being helpless sucks. It feels terrible.
Yeah. 100% agree. All right, we've got two questions left, and then I'll open it up for anybody who wants to. We can talk about whatever. Um, can someone genuinely love their partner and still be really bad at showing up for them during a crisis?
100%.
And if they realize they haven't been showing up well, what can they do differently? So we're talking to you, caregivers that are on here. If you're on here, there might be one or two. Maybe you haven't been showing up how you want to or how you know you probably should, but you love your person, right? But you haven't been showing up how you should. And no, I don't like using the word should. I really don't, because I don't like telling people what to do. But if you realize that, what
Yeah.
can they do differently?
So, this may be difficult to swallow, but there is kind of an easy way to figure this out. It took a very, very long time for me, but can someone genuinely love their partner and still be really bad at showing up for them during crisis? And if they realize it, what do they do? Go up. I always say up because you were upstairs. Go to the individual who's dealing with cancer and say, well, and think to yourself, okay, I'm the caregiver. So you go to them and you say, so if you had the perfect person doing everything you needed right now, what would they be doing differently? And you might be surprised what that answer is because I've been told nothing. I've been told that before, but I was in such a bad place because I felt like there was nothing I could do all the time. And everything I tried was met with negativity, not nasty negativity, just the obvious negativity that comes along with cancer. But if you want to feel like as a caregiver, you're doing what you can, ask that question. Suck it up and be like, I know I'm not the best person in the world, but like if I were the perfect caregiver, what would I be doing right now for you? And be prepared to hear nothing.
Ouch.
Yeah.
J Max says the hardest part to accept was that no matter how hard we fight, the outcome was
Right.
never our choice.
Yeah.
Sherry says I got mad at him because I couldn't understand what he wanted because he couldn't talk.
Mm. Communication stuff.
Or he, yeah.
Silly.
Yeah, Scully says amen. Agreement on that one. Michelle, thank you for liking up the live. I see you. And Misty, thank you guys so much. Look at that 67,000 taps. Eric's like, what are you talking about?
I have no
It's
idea
okay.
what's happening.
I have
She,
no idea what's
whenever
happening.
she presses the screen, I like forget what I'm talking about and I have to like look off
The
everything.
AI summary says discussing the challenges of caregiving during a loved one's cancer journey. Pretty good, TikTok. Pretty good. Chester, thank you for reposting. No, he couldn't talk
Right.
anymore. No.
Inability to
Yeah.
speak. Yeah.
Yeah. Kat says this is the first live I'm struggling to stay in. Didn't think it'd be this one. Kat, can I put you on the spot and ask you why? You put it out there, so now I'm going to
How
ask
do you say
you.
cat? It's Nemo.
Well, Nemo Rasa, I know her name's Kat.
Oh, okay.
Eric's like, what? And Kat's the one that told us. Nemo Ross is the one that told us to watch. You've met Kat on other things, but Net Fate Zero and
Oh, stay night.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Thank you for reposting Moonrunner. I appreciate you. I'm curious, Kat. I'm going to call you out on this. I really want to know. Hi, Paula. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm giving you, Danny. Did you fall out of the hammock? Thank you, Paula. Appreciate
If
you.
she's struggling, does that mean I'm making it awful?
Well, no, I'm waiting for her to say. Penny says, Eric, the more you come around, the more you'll get to know us all, which is very
Yeah,
true.
sure.
He'll come back if you guys want him to.
Yeah.
I found you and I saw you were live. I had to come in. I'm so glad that you did, my new friend. Keep coming back. I'm telling you, keep coming back. I'm glad that you're here. Tanya says, as a caregiver, were there days you just wanted to quit because you emotionally were overwhelmed?
All the time. Of course. Problem is, where do you go? I mean, it's like that. It's like those scenes in the movies. I think Fargo is one of the most famous ones where everything's going wrong and you just start to walk away and then you're like,
Where am I going to go?
yeah. I mean,
But why did you want to? I think it's a question too, because I mean,
well,
he
I
didn't
think
go
it's
anywhere.
no, I didn't, but I think it's a natural instinct to be like, why is this happening to me? This feels so unfair. Why is this happening to her? And I can't do anything about it. But I will admit that it never got deep enough for me to actually consider what I would do. It was just I just want this to disappear. I did feel that. I felt a sense of, I just want this all to vanish like it never happened. But there was never a way for my brain to say, how would that happen? So, I mean, um, if the question is, and I should reiterate, if the question was, did I ever consider just like leaving? I've never done that. I could have never done that. This is a challenge that we were fighting together. We were fighting a war together. And as ugly as it was, I did though, and this is important. I actually, when this is another thing we've never talked about, I did have these thoughts that once we got through it, assuming we did, that she would be like, I don't want to be married anymore. Yeah, because it changes your life so much, and it changes who you are sometimes. And after going through all that, and then you wake up and you're like, I have my life back. You know what? I don't like my life. I'm out. So I did actually have nightmares regularly of just getting better from cancer. And of course, in the dreams or nightmares that I would have, all her hair's back. She,
And I'm like,
you know,
peace out, dude.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going.
No, we had that. I had that a lot. So again, it's for other caregivers out there. There is an aspect of it that is kind of it's funky like that. It messes with you in every way.
Yeah.
So
Well, first I want to say, Lene, if you're still here, go get some rest. She said wanted to pop in and let you know surgery went good and lots of pain, low blood pressure, super groggy. Get
rest.
some rest, my
Yeah.
friend. All right. So, Kat, you said a couple of things. This one says, listening to Erik makes me glad you had that just, Jess. Grateful, grateful even, but angry. Yeah. And
About
you,
her situation.
well,
I'm
yeah. So
assuming.
listen, yeah, I should, you talk really long.
Oh,
So for a whole, no,
sorry.
I'm just kidding. So Kat said my mother slash caregiver was not a caregiver, no support,
Oh,
not open to conversation then or now.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, Kat, thank you for being honest. I do appreciate it, and I'm sorry that that's your story. And thank you, Lene. I appreciate you, and I hope you don't have to leave, but I understand if you have to. And you know that. I mean, do you know how many people say, "Oh, it's so heavy. I had to go." You're out of the frame.
The phone keeps getting turned, and I keep having to move forward.
But I totally understand. I totally understand that, my friend. Okay. Sherry says, yes, Erik, I totally understand how that is. There was no hi quiet mode. Welcome in. How are you recovering from your surgery? You're a couple weeks out now, right? Coffee is life says caregivers do matter. I was very grateful for my mom's caregivers during her final days. Coffee is life. Thank you for that. I don't know if I've seen your name here before. Welcome in if you're brand new. I'm glad you're here. Jade says, I have a question for you both when you're ready for it. We're ready. Aim fire. Alicia says, I'm struggling after losing my husband of 20 years to cancer. Alicia, can you tell us a little bit more? When did you lose your husband? And thank you for being brave and saying something. I'm really glad that you're here. I really am. I think someone said, Erik, you're doing great. Mary says, Erik, doing great. Calling it a night. Good night, Penny. It was great to meet you, Erik. That's so
Nice to meet you.
nice. Yeah, I should have a more things that have Erik's name. Okay, May 6th. That was so close. Alicia, I'm so sorry for your loss. Can you tell me something about him, a favorite memory, something you want us to know about him? Give him a
Mm.
little time on the screen. Coffee is Life says my mom lost her battle to cancer in May. Oh, my friend. You guys, if you're brand new here, I just miss talking to him and hearing his voice. I bet you do. If
Mhm.
you guys are new here, I want to welcome you in. We are a cancer community. We're doing a caregiver night. Erik was my caregiver. He's my husband. And I'm a stage 3 breast cancer survivor, and my diagnosis came in 2020. But we're a cancer community. We all do all kinds of things. I'm on here every day. We talk about it. We talk about all the things. And we also have a couple lives each week where we play games because we need to put our heaviness down for a little bit if we can, and play some games. So I would love it if you hit that follow button and stick around with us.
There was someone, maybe Nans, Nanz, who said,
Oh, Tanya, I
who's,
know who you're talking about.
yeah, she said
Erik, thank you. You are helping me understand what I put my adult daughter through.
just remember that that's not how they feel. That's all
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, Tanya.
But I get it.
And it might be worth having a conversation with her.
Yeah.
Jade says, how do you both handle the conversations with your children after the diagnosis mentally?
Yeah. So we're still kind of sussing out what that might have done to our boys specifically. Isabella was too young to
Yeah.
really understand it, but
Those that don't know, our kids were 15, 13,
and
11,
11,
and 6
yeah.
ish. That's how they, when I was diagnosed.
And I will say, as a caregiver, uh, anything my boys said to me about their mother, I simply just responded with, "She'll be fine," and I just felt like that was the right thing to do. So they trusted me. They didn't ask questions, and they're like, if whenever they said occasionally, "Is mom okay? Where's mom? She's resting. Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine." And that's just how I dealt with it. and I felt like it was the best thing I could do for them in the age that they were. So, you know, for
Yeah.
what it's worth.
Yeah. So Jade, her kids are 14 and 9 and 8 months old right now.
Yeah. I mean, are you a single mother?
Boyfriend in the house. Right? Boyfriend, right, Jade? So there's somebody, yeah, she's got a partner that's there.
Well, as long as that person's being supportive,
He's not very, not very.
well, yeah, I would try not to involve my kids in it. They just don't get it. And then they develop these really high anxiety issues sometimes where they're afraid that somehow they're responsible or they could have changed the outcome, and they're not adults enough to understand that that's just not how this works. Even though I feel the same way as an adult, I at least can manage it emotionally. So,
Mm-hmm.
but again, hug them all the time. I guess
Mm-hmm.
that would be one thing to do, and
Yeah.
smile and a hug,
Yeah.
because and that'll make every kid feel great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Two old, no, two older kids know everything and they're having a hard time, which is understandable. And
Understandable.
I talked about this the
Yeah.
other day. There's two questions in the chat I'm going to get to. So both J Max and I think, hold tight, J Max and Jessica, I'm going to get to your questions, but I said this maybe this morning. One of our boys, he's the 18-year-old now, but when he was the youngest boy when I was diagnosed, and he really struggled, but he struggled silently.
Yeah.
And then he would have meltdowns and breakdowns. And when he wasn't home, he was other places. And so it's why I think it's really important to continue to have that open dialogue, even with your kids. Cause at the time he was the one that was a 10 or 11 when I was diagnosed. But remember, my stuff stretched for almost 4 years, all
Yeah.
my surgeries and all of my treatment and all of that. So it was really challenging. It was really challenging for him. So keep that communication open because they're all processing it differently too.
And I had to have the whole, what's the deal, man? And he's like, oh, mom, okay.
Yeah.
Well, being upset's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
You know, she's fine. She's going to be fine. Stop her. And then that's what you got to do with kids sometimes.
All right. J Max says, Eric, how do you deal with the unknowns that still exist as a caregiver?
Even now.
No.
That well, I mean, I don't. I deal with them terribly. I mean, to be honest,
Honesty.
yeah, like when she had her scans, they kept her for hours because they were like, "We need to check this again. We need to do another scan." And I didn't hear from her for hours from an appointment that was supposed to last 1 hour. And I finally texted her and I was like, "Everything okay?" And she's like, "I'm scared." They're scanning and scanning and scanning and they're seeing things, and it was terrifying. And all I could say back to her was, well, cancer surgeries create a lot of scar tissue, tons of scar tissue. And it's really hard to see scans through scar tissue, which is true, 100% true.
Which is what it ended up being and why they kept doing the scans because there is so much scar tissue
But
that I
when
have.
I hung up the phone, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. So
So,
J Max, he doesn't have any help for you on that one.
I mean,
Still working through it.
being supportive is awesome. And that's what you have to do sometimes. But not being afraid that's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. You're going to be afraid.
Yeah.
Maybe accepting it that you're going to be afraid.
Yeah. So Jessica has a really good question. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
How do you guys reestablish or maintain intimacy after treatment or diagnosis? It's a big one.
We're still figuring it out.
We are.
Um, we have obviously been intimate through stints, but we also put a lot of pride in ourselves in exercise, working out, and taking care of ourselves. And now we're just happy to be alive, which has kind of caused us to become a little lazy.
Yeah, our
Um,
relationship definitely changed. Like Eric, we went through this I don't know if I'd call it a phase, but he really, and I don't know if anyone else feels this way. When I was going through cancer, he couldn't see me as both things. And what I mean by that is he wanted to protect me. He wanted to make sure I survived. So therefore he couldn't see me as the desirable wife or woman that he met and married. Does that make sense? And so for Eric, and we've talked about this before, it took a long time, even after my hair started growing back and after I wasn't this fragile, almost broken thing through chemo, where he could see me as something that didn't need to be rescued and
Yeah.
saved, that he could
Yeah.
see me as a woman. That,
Imagine
yeah.
you're thank you so much. What I described it to her as was a really fine piece of china that is super fragile, and you just don't touch it. It's like you just want it to stay okay and be okay. And it became scary, for us to, like, the idea of it became scary. And I think it was from an overabundance of years and years of just, are you all right? Are you all right? And then we had to kind of reinvent our relationship from a physical perspective, not
Mhm.
from an emotional perspective. We've talked about it for years, that it made us so much stronger
Yeah.
as a
Well,
couple.
Helios,
But
goodbye. I'll come into your live later if I can. Have a great time. I'll come over and listen to some music.
but
Okay.
yeah, anyway.
Yeah, but I think it's Jessica, it's a great question. I think it's something that a lot of people shy away from talking about. I don't want to be that kind of page. I don't want to be the page that shies away from talking about the difficult things, but I wouldn't want to necessarily talk about that topic without having Eric here. And that's one that I think there should be a whole live
Yeah, we
dedicated
could have it.
to,
Yeah.
which is how do you do that?
We're
Or
not
what's
yeah.
normal or what's not.
We're
And
not afraid to talk about it. I
no,
mean,
but I think what it comes down to, no matter what topic we're talking about, is the communication. And that's the thing that was missing for a long time. Now, there's some physical stuff here too.
sure.
I have some physical issues because of what happened because of cancer, right? So after I finished treatment, I had an, did you, no, I didn't CNA, Donna. So right after I was done with chemo and radiation, within a few weeks, I had a full hysterectomy and an oophorectomy where they took my ovaries out as well, which threw me into menopause, like falling off a cliff at the age of 41. And so I have no hormones in my body at all, and no one will give me any. HRT is not something like we're just trying, like you got to fight for it. And it doesn't, I shouldn't say that. I don't give medical advice, but because of that, it's actually caused some physical changes in my body that make intimacy and everything else really difficult, painful, all of that stuff. And I don't want to shy away from talking about that, but I'm not going to talk about it in a live forum
No.
without Erik here, right? So
And
that would be something if people were interested in. We could do a whole thing
yeah.
about intimacy after cancer.
And to be honest, I think it's valuable, because we made a major mistake. We got excited that, and Jess, I just remember when Jess was like, "Let's have some fun," and we did, and she was like, and after it was over, I was like, "You're you just didn't feel totally normal," and she's like, "It's because it was excruciating,"
Yeah.
and it like messed with me psychologically. Like I was like, "Oh my gosh,"
Hmm. Well,
you know.
and that's the thing that we talked about a lot. We've talked about this often, is that that is such a staple in a relationship, right? The intimacy is such a staple and it's so important. And when it's literally been taken away from us at
Yeah,
times throughout my cancer journey and our cancer journey. And all that to say, it's like trying to fight and do all the things. But here's the thing, you got to do all the things. You got to find out
take the next
what,
step.
yeah. And it's
Yeah.
been a long road. It's been years trying to figure this out.
But you're right. We should save this for another one
Yeah, for
because,
sure.
yeah,
For
because
sure. So Carol says, I have self-image problems after cancer and husband
of
isn't
course,
so understanding like yours. Um, yeah, well, I mean, again, everybody's is different, unfortunately. It
yeah.
is. And I can't speak to for your husband, right? I don't know where he's at, where his mind is at. And I'm really sorry. I'm
Well,
really sorry that's the case.
I'm not gonna lie. Uh, all those years of just hoping and praying and protecting my wife, I stopped exercising. I look terrible. I'm out of shape. Like, and so taking my clothes off isn't the funnest idea in the whole world right now. So I mean,
We're
yeah.
getting real personal here. Thanks for sharing. Helps out a lot to not feel alone. Yeah,
No,
Jessica, you're not alone. Definitely not. Stop that. You look great. Stop that. You look great.
nice people.
Nice people. All right, you guys, I got one more question for Erik. and
And
we
I'll let
will.
you feed this, and then you
Yeah.
can tell me what
Okay, for
happens.
sure. It's okay. You're fine, brother, says
Thank
Chester.
you. That's all that matters. So,
Eric, no, I love your family, and Bella has a special place in my heart.
good.
Danny, it's so true. I
She's
love
awesome.
it so much. I seen the slap, Eric. Did you feel wait, I seen the slap. I'm sorry, I muted us. I told him about that cat. Remember I said I unmuted myself. Cat, send the video again. I told him about it. It made me laugh so hard. Cat sent a video that said, "Oh, I got some shoes for Eric to work out in."
Really?
It's a riot. I'll show
Mm.
you. Okay, sorry, I muted myself. Please do. All right, there was something. Okay, we got the last
That's
question for
interesting.
Eric. What? You got another one? Ex Metal Rocker, this life has lasted longer than some of my
Sorry about
relationships.
that. Yeah.
Ex Metal Rocker, I hope you're following the page and you're
Yeah.
going to come back.
Hang in there, man.
I was muted. Hang in there. We're almost
I
there.
assume it's me.
Okay. Okay, last question. If you could speak directly to two people tonight, the caregiver who feels like they're failing at the patient who feels abandoned or like a burden,
Mm.
what would you want each of them to know? So you're talking to the caregiver who feels like they're failing, and you're talking to the patient who feels like a burden.
All right. So I don't think it's possible to not feel both of those things. This is such an unnatural state to be in. Cancer is not a natural state. Okay. Um, it is a thing that should feel completely unnatural, and last incredibly longer than what feels natural. It's not the flu where you say, "Give me a couple of days and I'll be all right. Don't touch me because you'll get it too." It's not like that. It's incredibly unnatural feelings. So the first two things I would say, or the first thing I would say to both the caregiver and the person who's dealing with cancer is, you will feel uh, like you're abandoned or a burden. The caregiver will feel like they're failing, because cancer is something that doesn't cooperate. Um, I wish I had a better answer than that. I wish I had a happier answer than that. But the reality is, one of the biggest things about cancer, and we've learned this, is how much better our relationship became. Because interestingly enough, in a relationship, you can take a side and you can fight and fight and fight and refuse to give in. But cancer forces you to be like, I can't win this, you know? So what do I do? I have to do whatever I can. Thank you. To try to make this work. And it's interesting because it actually forces you to be like, how am I not being emotionally there for my wife? Or how am I not being emotionally there for my spouse? Or how are they expecting me, or how have they over the years expected me to be emotionally available for them? And cancer forces it because it becomes the entirety of your relationship. How do you support the person you love?
It's like at the center. It becomes the
It
center.
is.
Which you don't want it there, but it just
You
like
don't.
makes a home.
And you get angry at first that you have to deal with things that you've been ignoring most of your relationship.
Mhm.
It sounds kind of harsh, but
I will say something. I don't know if it'd be on a positive side, but I will say when cancer entered our lives, everything petty went out the window. We no longer fought about things that didn't matter anymore. And I think if I could pick one thing that I'm grateful that happened out of cancer for us in our relationship is that those little things, it doesn't exist anymore. And I'm thankful for that because that wasted so much
yeah.
of our time.
But it's funny because I have to travel a lot for work. I spend 3 to 4 days a week almost on average in another state, in a hotel room, working with a client. And before cancer, that would have ended our marriage probably.
Hmm.
We just didn't have the trust and understanding to recognize how special our relationship was and our family was, and cancer gave us that. So there are, I want to say positives, but there are things that came out of it that we are thankful for.
Yeah. Daryl says long term, always, no one fails. It's a journey for both sides and can strengthen your relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna let you finish this. I
All right,
love
hold
you.
on, hold on. People want to say bye to you. I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
catch cancer. Cancer caught me, says
Yeah,
Hexametal. You
exactly.
got all the humor in the world. Okay,
It's
so
chasing after you.
Erik is going to head out because I finished my last question, but I want to give you an opportunity to say goodbye to him.
We'll talk
And then
again if
I
you
will
want.
say this, if you guys would
Yeah.
like to see him back again and you want a certain topic,
Mhm.
we can do that. You're getting all the buys. Take care, Erik. We love you, Erik. Erik, can I adopt you? Donna.
I'm terrible to deal with. Jess has to work really hard.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
This is fun. This was fun. You're supposed to like hug me or something or kiss me on the
I
forehead
I kissed you.
so people go, "Oh,
You
look, there's
forgot. I kissed you
amazing."
already.
All right. Do you want to take this chair out? You're amazing, Erik. You are. Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? He should. What? Here. She can't. She's not. Okay, Bella, you can take your hand and you can do this because you got people that want to say hi. Bella is saying hello to the community. That's all you get to see because she's not old enough to be on here. You can put it right there. Brenda Lee says, "Hi, Bella." Mousy says, "Hi, Bella." Okay, you can take that chair. Can you grab it without your head getting in there? Hello, ghost hand of Bella. Very cool. Okay, so here's my question for all of you. James says, "Hi, Bella." Carol says, "Hi, Bella." Yeah, so Bella's only 13, so she can't be on the screen. But she's a sweet one, aren't you? Most of the time. Okay, sure. All right, you guys. So feedback time. Now you just got me. It's weird. You guys are up there. I usually have you down here. What did you think of tonight? Thank you, Jess. I needed this. Good. I'm glad, Sherry. I'm really glad. I'm glad that you were here. How did it affect her? Um, how did it affect her? It affected my kids. So Bella was young. Bella was 6 or 7. So she was young. We didn't tell her right away. What? No, we're just talking about when I was diagnosed, how old you were and how it affected you. She'll have to stand here one time off screen and tell you. Loved it. You did. You liked it. Absolutely amazing. I loved it. That was amazing. It's good. I really needed this talk. Awesome. We definitely need more of this. All right, J Max. I loved it. I was super emotional, but I needed it. Purple Q. Hello, hello. Thank you, Jess. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. You're both very lucky to have each other. I know that. I truly do. Loved it. Jess, you should make some peanut butter s'mores. I don't want peanut butter s'mores. I don't. I don't. Why would I want to do that? I want a pickle. Jenny, I want a pickle. Find it. Find it has been such an emotional journey. And yes, I consider cancer a journey. Love all. Daryl, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for saying that. I love that you show me how a couple should be. Well, Carol, listen, we are not perfect by any means. Absolutely not. We're not. We take it one day at a time. And I think, again, I'm going to reiterate this. I'm going to say it over and over again. Communication is key. You even heard Erik say it tonight. He said things tonight that I've never heard. Never heard. I got here late, but it was great. Oh, thank you so much. I'm bringing you down here. Very exposing of what we really need. Yeah? You think so, Scully? I appreciate you too. I know it's hard work. Oh, you're still here. Oh, you're still here. I am still here. You just missed Erik. He just went away. Okay, the emotional support pickles is on its way. I was just picking on you, Jenny. I was just picking on you. All right, let me ask something for my peoples that are still here. Would you like to do something like that again where Erik comes on, doing a lot better than me and my ex handled it? Love you too, CNA Donna. I took a break for dinner. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. Thank you. I lost my wife to breast cancer in January, my mother in law to pancreatic cancer in March. Cosmo and Pluto's world. Welcome in. Thank you for sharing a little bit. Okay, you guys want to do that again. So if you guys are just popping in, we just did, goodness, almost 2 hours with my husband, who is my caregiver, hence the caregiver. Caregivers matter. And he came in and we just talked for almost 2 hours about it. And we'll have him back again. He's pretty amazing, right? What's funny is I didn't think I was perfect. None of us are. None of us are. Yes, I would love to get more of this. It helps to see both sides. Absolutely. Definitely do it again. Okay, Ashton, hey, hey. Yes, he can visit again. He's welcome and allowed to. All right, you know what we didn't get to do tonight is we didn't do a grounding exercise, but I saved one if anyone wants to. It was nice listening to your hubby and the stories. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, I'll keep him around for a little bit longer. Just 20 or 30 more years. We'll see. Most definitely, our partners are such an important part of our lives. They are our rock. Yeah. Purple Q, triple negative breast cancer in 2013, now again in 2026. Second go round. Purple Q, is this the first time you're finding us? Good night, Reezy. Have a great night. Grounding, grounding. Okay, I'm gonna switch my board since my caregiver has left the room. So hold tight while I do that. We'll switch it to our normal guy. Let's do this one. There we go. Ooh, grounding. Yes, we love to do grounding. I haven't done one. Hold on to that one. I shall. I'll hold on to that one. Does anyone have a request for a specific grounding? First one to say it gets it. First one to say it gets it. Full body scan, clouds floating. You want a self portrait. You want a breathing exercise 4x6. What do you want? Brenda Lee says body scan. Body scan. The easiest one. Leaves. Scully says leaves. Relaxation. Jerry says, I had to step away, but tell him his curly hair is adorable. I will do that. I will do that. All right. We're going to do I was grounded till I got kidnapped by a balloon. Moonrunner, I'm the only one. Well, I know you said it last night, but I'm the only one who knows that story fully. Jess, should I renew on here or just switch to Discord? Do I keep it or lose it? Oh, perfect question, Milo. Let me do that now. I'll talk about it. None of them are easy. Carol, you might be right. All right, so let me say this before we do this grounding exercise. And thanks for continuing to hang out with me. You know what I love? You know what makes me feel loved? There's not that many people that ran away when Erik went. You guys are like, I'll stick around and talk with Jess. Anyway, so for those of you that are super fans on here, you are paying a subscription. It's $9.99. And many of you know this. Denise said, I just got off work, so just got on. Welcome, Denise. We are switching the super fans from here over to Discord. It's the same cost and there's way more that's available to us. So what I want to tell you, if you're a super fan on here, don't renew. My dog is having a reverse sneeze attack. Don't renew. Do it over on Discord. And I'll tell you this, everybody that's in here, you can go to Discord and you don't have to pay right now. You get a couple of weeks to check it out to see if you find value in it. So I want to encourage you to do that. So Milo, are you over on Discord yet? Just go over there. You don't have to pay anything to be a part of it right now. Just hang out and get a lay of the land. And if you don't know what to do, it's a great night for bonding. It is. If you don't know what to do, I want you to send me a message, and all it has to say is Discord. So click on that message. It won't kick you out, and just say Discord. What is the site about? So Discord is just another platform that we are using. Yes, I joined, just still getting used to it. Not that tech savvy. No worries. And Milo, reach out to AJ Publishing or Nemo Rasa. Those are our two, or even Jade. Jade helps with it too. They are really great at helping you, but you can message me Discord and I'll send it to you. Yeah, for Discord, you can message. I didn't know if you were in here, Andrew, so I didn't know if you're still in here. But what it is, who is asking that? Denise, what is the site about? It's just another platform where we're going to, there's so many different channels. Like, okay, Life After Cancer with Jess is the name of my page here. It's also my name over on Discord, Life After Cancer with Jess. And we have chats over there, like voice to voice chats. I have all my journaling over there. I have audio files of my groundings that are available for you. You can just listen to them whenever you want to. You can put pictures of people that you've lost. We've got like a whole memorial channel. There's so much I can't even tell you. That's why I want everyone just to go over there. It doesn't cost anything, and check it out. It doesn't cost anything to be a part of Discord. On September 1st, it will cost to be part of Life After Cancer with Jess because it is replacing the super fan here. But let me say this real clearly. My lives here do not change. You don't have to pay to be part of this community. I will be on here every single day, every day. You'll see this face and you'll be part of this community. My videos aren't going anywhere. It's not changing. Discord is an addition. It's an extension of what we're doing here. Hey, Justin, welcome in. Oh, okay. Another platform. Okay. I'll look into it. Carol, definitely. Please do. Look into it. You can just sign up for it for free, the Discord, put the app on your phone or on your desktop, wherever. And then you can search out Life After Cancer with Jess, or you can click on Andrew right now, AJ Publishing. That's Andrew. And he will get you connected because he has to kind of do all the approval stuff. When you join Discord, he has to manually approve the VIP status. Okay, Discord is pretty good. I have it for gaming. Yeah, a lot of people do, and it's great. So, Phoenix, I hope you'll join us over there. All right, ready for some grounding? My pups are in my will because they can't tell the doctor to pull the plug. X Mel Rocker, are you a comedian? Brenda Lee says recipes, gardening, animals, tattoo channels, and much more. There's so much over there. There's so much. It's fantastic. I love it. Awesome. Find us over there. All right, you guys ready for a grounding exercise? We're going to do full body scan. Erik, do I need to close my door? He can't hear me. He's got the TV up loud. I guess it's fine. Okay, full body scan. If you've never done this, I just want you to trust me. Go ahead and close your eyes. Get comfortable in the space that you're in. We're going to pause on the comments and for just a minute or two while we do this. Actually, it's 5 minutes. Buckle up. It's going to be grand. All right, get comfortable wherever you are. I'll get back to the comments here shortly. If it feels okay, I want you to let your feet rest on the floor and I want you to let your body settle into whatever is supporting you, whether it's the chair, a couch, maybe it's your bed. Just get settled in. I prefer to close my eyes because it feels comfortable and cuts down on the distractions. And go ahead and take one slow breath in through your nose and let it out. Let's do that again. Breathe in and out. You don't need to fix anything right now. You don't need to force yourself to relax. We're just noticing. And I want you to start by bringing your attention to the top of your head. I want you to notice your scalp. Now I want you to notice your forehead. See if you're holding any tension there. You don't have to make it disappear. I just want you to notice it. Let your attention move down to your eyes and then down to your cheeks, now to your jaw. If your jaw is clenched, let it loosen just a little. Let your tongue rest. And now notice your neck. Now move to your shoulders. A lot of us carry things on our shoulders without even realizing it. Maybe it's fear, responsibility, other people, the entire world sometimes. Let your shoulders drop just a little. Not because everything is okay, but just because they don't have to hold everything for this moment. Now bring your attention to your arms, your elbows, your hands. I want you to notice whether your hands are tight or relaxed. Let your fingers soften. And now notice your chest. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. You don't need to change it. I just want you to notice that your body is breathing. Now move down to your stomach. If there's tension there, that's okay. If there's emotion there, that's okay too. You don't have to interpret it. You just have to notice it. Now bring your attention to your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves. Notice where your body is making contact with the chair or the couch or the bed or the floor. And let yourself feel supported. Move all the way down to your ankles, to your feet, your toes. Notice the pressure beneath them, the temperature. any tingling, any heaviness, any softness. Now slowly bring your attention back through your entire body, feet, legs, hips, stomach, chest, shoulders, face. Just noticing the whole of you, not evaluating, not scanning for what's wrong, just being here. Take one slow breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, imagine making a little more room inside yourself. Room for whatever is here: tiredness, fear, relief, sadness, or nothing at all. You don't have to choose the right feeling. Go ahead and take one more breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to remind yourself, my body is here. I am here. I don't have to solve everything in this moment. When you're ready, I want you to wiggle your fingers, move your toes, roll your shoulders if that feels good. Then I want you to slowly open your eyes and come back to the room. Welcome back. Quick little body scan for us tonight. How'd we do, you guys? Feeling good, Suzanne? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you for that. I'm glad that you're here. How'd we do? Full body scan, did it do its job? You're welcome. You're welcome, Tanya. I appreciate you for being here. Yes, says Suzanne. You're welcome. CNA Donna, I appreciate you guys. Doing great and needed that so much. Denise, I'm so glad. Brenda Lee says yes. J Max says wife said it helped her a little. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Were you guys both able to stay the whole time while Erik was here, J Max? I had no idea. I have no idea, but I tried. Moonrunner, that's how it goes. Was this your first time doing a grounding exercise with us? Purple Q says that was awesome. Milo says always appreciate a grounding with Jess. Thank you so much, says Be Suspicious. Ex Metal Rocker says, can I start breathing again? I'm blue. Oh, CNA Donna, you said your voice is so soothing. I appreciate that. Phoenix says, working on Discord, what name should I search? You can search for Life After Cancer with Jess. That's the name of my channel over there. Same as here. Same as here. And if you want, I can send you a link. Just send me a message that says Discord Phoenix, and I can do that when we're done with the live. Yeah. So Moonrunner, we do all different kinds, and not everyone resonates with all of them. We have lots of different ones that we do. And for CNA Donna, who said the voice was soothing, I am working on something for you guys called Jess in your back pocket. And I'm recording some audios to help you guys when you're up at 2 a.m. and you can't sleep, or you're waiting for scan results, or, whatever it might be. I've got about 21 audios I'm working on. I'm more than halfway through, so that'll be out for you guys. But I do have one. Thank you, Suzanne. I do have one that's called 5 Minutes with Jess, and that's free. It's available. You can go to the link in my bio and you can get it for free and you can download it. So feel free to do that if you don't have it. Oh, you've done it before? Okay, cool. Hope Lynn, have a good night. She said, thanks for grounding. It helps with everything a little bit. I'm so glad. Tanya says, I'm learning to do the body scan by myself. Oh, Tanya, that makes me so happy. I'm so happy. Everything cracked. LOL felt good, says Daryl. That's great. Yeah. Send me on my DM. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do, because Phoenix, my brain, as soon as I shut this off, I completely switch gears and do whatever. Just send me a message, Phoenix, that just says Discord, and that will jog my memory to send it over to you, so you can just click into it. Usually it's to help me sleep. That's cool too. That works too. I love it. All right, you guys. Well, I think we're winding down. I've had so much fun with you guys. Hey, Kat, welcome back in. I just want to stay on and hang out with you guys, but I didn't prepare anything. So you'd have to start the conversation. Milo says, boyfriend is asleep on my shoulder, nap, trapped. He ain't light either. But if he's comfy, I'm comfy. I love that. Take care, Chess. I said Chess. Jess, Moonrunner, have a great night. It was good to see you tonight. I'm glad you joined us. You want me to draw? Do you guys want to have a little fun? Who wants to have a little fun? I have a lot of questions I asked were for my wife to hear. She's not alone. Oh, and I don't want, I hope she feels less alone. I really do. Helping me with my sister and her bile. I'm so glad, Denise. You want to stay? Do you guys want to play some games? You guys want to play some games? Shall we play some games? Just drawing. You want to? Who wants to play? Permission to play. Pop up. We're going to end with some games. Yes. Why not? Says Mary. All right. Well, I'm going to switch up the board then. We got to switch up the board. Switch in the board. Oh, oh. Let me see. Oh, there's my boards. There you are. Ta-da. See how that works? The game has begun. Shaybug, welcome in. We've done 3 different things here tonight. Came in just in time, says 916. Why not? We all have sleep problems. You want to do a rose battle in a little bit, Jerry? We can. Let's play a couple games first. Hold on. I'm going to close my door. Field trip. Field trip. Field trip. Because I'm going to laugh really loud and Eric's going to be like, what the heck is going on? Do you guys want to see my pup? Are you ready? Are you ready? Look at him, isn't he? Sweet baby. Toady Bodie. Here's Choji Boji sleeping like a sweet, sweet baby. I don't think I can be off the screen for long or I'm going to catch myself a V or an R. No rest for the weary. He is cute, isn't he? He's my baby boy. Roxy Ray, welcome in. Okay, so we're going to play some games. Nice pity he is. He's beautiful. He's 2 years old and his name is Choji, which is from Naruto, if there's any anime fans in here. Wish I could sleep that well. I know, me too. Me too. All right, you guys. So do we want to draw? We want to draw? I know. J-Max is like, draw a penguin narwhal. Do you? Yeah, we're huge anime fans here. He is precious. He's amazing. Draw. Welcome in. Let's get some drawing going. All righty. I hear you. The people have spoken. Draw and guess. Oh my goodness. Okay. Disable. Are y'all ready? Pities are the best. No way. Me and my fiance are huge anime fans. Really, Maria? Oh yeah, I bet you we're bigger fans than you. Good night, Sherry B. We'll see you next time. All right, I'm supposed to be drawing. Let's see how we do with this. Do. Oh, that's not very good. We're going to try. I don't know. That doesn't really look like what it's supposed to look like. Maybe if I do this. Oh, that looks terrible. Maybe you'll figure it out. The best. It's not okay. This is terrible. Oh, we actually had one named Kiba Moonrunner. Unfortunately, he's passed on. We have a Kiba, a Tatsuki, Choji, Kisuke, Killua. Those are our puppers. It's not a ladder. I haven't told my pups they're Oh, it's not a ladder. This is terrible. I gotta undo. This is terrible. Okay, let's ooh, shoot. I thought, okay, I got it. Do I have it? Ooh, do. Okay. Maybe, oh, I should have done that one. This is really bad, you guys. Nobody's gonna get it. Whoop. Yes, that's it. Catching bugs. Oh, do you really, Moonrunner? I love it so much. Okay, but it's not that one. It's the other one. It's not the needle. It's the other one. Yay, I'm an amazing drawer. It's just one word. And that's how this goes. You got to put the right word in. No question marks, no nothing. And it's not multiple words, just one word. 10 of you, 11 of you have gotten it. Yes, I'm an amazing drawer. Becky, welcome in. JF Canny, welcome in. We're playing some games. Amazing. That looks like a spoon and a noodle. Danny, nice job. First place. Maria, second place. Brenda Lee, you tied Maria for second place. Yancy, am I saying that right? I hope. I'm probably not. I'm so sorry. You came in third place. And Suzanne, you came in honorable mention. Then we have Christy, Ashton, 916, Tanya, Moonrunner, Milo, Jerry, and Rosie. I don't want to draw that one. I gotta pick a new one. Give me a new one. Ooh, that's terrible. Okay. What the heck was the first thing? It was a spool. It was a spool of thread. Do you see it now? Ramen noodles. It wasn't spaghetti. It was a thread. It was thread. Okay, I'm supposed to be drawing. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Everything's a box. I can't really see. Oh, you know what, you guys? That is amazing what I just did. Yes, I'm amazing. Look what I bought. Do you see what I got? I'm going to use it next time. You got to get it right. Only 2 people have gotten it right. It's a certain kind, and you've got to spell it exact. 5 of you have gotten it. 5 of you have gotten it. You got to spell it exactly right. Don't go cheating. Yes, I'm an amazing drawer. Let me see what else I can put on here. See if this works. Oh, it does. Look at that. I bought these on the AMZ, and it's like a stylus, right? I am an artist. A terrible one, but I'm still an artist. You have 39 seconds. Only 12 of you have gotten it. Come on, y'all. There's 30 in the room. It's amazing. Okay, how about I remove my little drawing because it looked better without the drawing? Doot, doot. There. Come on. Still only 12 of you. Are there some? No, you can't put a question mark and it's not a sun shirt. And Becky, you're missing a very important part of what it is. You got to spell it right. And that includes, what's the word? Punctuation. Is that considered a punctuation? If you didn't put the punctuation in, you're not going to get it. No offense, but it's actually recognizable this time. I take it. I take it. I take offense. All right. Denise came in first place, Ashton second place, Milo third place, 916 honorable mention, then Brenda Lee, Moonrunner, Jerry, Rosie, Maria, Danny, Tanya, and Christy French. Why are they doing this? All right. This is what they're saying. It was a t-shirt, by the way, but you needed to have that little hyphen. Is a hyphen considered punctuation? All right, let's see. This isn't going to be much different. I feel like this is terrible. I would rather just go back to using my finger instead of this. You're going to be like, Jess, it's the same thing, but it's not. Actually, I could get used to doing this. Do, 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 do. Yes, this is what they gave me. 3 of you have gotten it. Excelente. Here's what I'll do to give you a little bit better. Let's set the scene. Na 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 na. Easy. Come on. It's just one. Nope. Only 11 of you have gotten it. Think. Yeah, you're getting it, but it's just one word. So if you did more than one word, you're wrong. Try again. Try again. Na na na. 13 have gotten it. Drawing. The AI summary says drawing with viewers and guessing the word suggests the next word to draw. Meh. I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. 45 seconds left. Why do you like my horrendous drawings so much, you guys? Because they make you laugh? Because they make you laugh? No. And I'm open for suggestions. I know Jerry said she want to do a rose battle. If you guys want to do a rose, I love meeting people. It's like networking, so that's been pretty fun. If you guys haven't done it with us yet, we can do that if you'd like to. It's fun. That's why, because we like to laugh at you, Jess. We want to see how bad you draw, says Brenda. Yeah, I get it. It's fine. If my horrendous drawings can bring laughter to you, I'm all about it. Because joy belongs here. All right, Milo came in first. Jenna came in second. Jenna, you're here. Maria came in third. Then Danny gets honorable mention. Ashton, 916, Donna, Brenda Lee, Jerry, Rosie, Denise, Moonrunner, and Tanya. The word was sweater. It's a sweater. Name that movie. Name that movie. I draw a stick figure with 3 legs. This is how Rembrandt got started. Barely. Well, Jenna, you're here, and I'm glad that you are. We want to have some laughter together. Amen to that. Okay, here we go. We want. Let's see. Let's see here. I don't know. I know. Oh, do you see how straight that line is? Can we just admire that? Get to make a whole new office laugh at my hats. Oh, I got to hear a story behind that one. Sorry, I fell asleep. Can I say something? You can, Jenna, do you want to send me a message? You want to play some games? Because I'll check my messages after. You can always say something. What happened to Eric? Beautiful line. We were done answering questions, and so he went to do whatever, and I was like, "What do you want to do?" And we're like, "Let's play." He's still around. He's just not here anymore. I mean, does that make sense? He's here. He's just in the other room. One person got it right. Woo! I am amazing. So are you. A balanced line. It's a level. Beautiful line. 8 of you have gotten it right. Only 8. Only 11. I have to slow down the drawing, or then we're just kind of like twiddling our thumbs. French fries. Ex metal rocker, you know the drill. You got to make me laugh. That's the whole point. So, ex metal rocker and anyone else, Purple Q, I don't know if you've been here either. Have you guys been here for permission to play? Have you been part of one of our lives where we just play games the whole time? Let me know in the chat. Do you like my eyelashes? And my nose? I crack myself up. Okay. So, Purple Q on Friday night at 5:30 Arizona time, and sometimes we do pop-up ones. We did one, I don't know, last night maybe? And we just play so many games, and we have so much fun, so I wanna encourage you to come back because we have lots of fun. This is just kind of a random thing we're doing, but I'm okay with it. Brenda Lee, 1st place. Donna and Suzanne tied with for 2nd place. 916 in 3rd place. Jerry G coming in with 4th place. That's honorable mention. Then Maria, Milo, Just Live, Love, Laugh, Danny, Tanya, Denise, Ashton, Rosie, Moonrunner, and Katrina. Hi, Katrina. Ooh, I'm excited about this next one. You should draw a pickle person. It was sunrise for those that didn't know. I'm excited about this because Eric and I just talked about this because he said, "Can I buy one?" I'm like, "Okay. Okay. Okay, that's supposed to be a straight line, and it's not." Nee, 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 nee. That's not straight line. I'm not gonna be very good about this. I don't know. I always when I think that I'm not gonna be good at it, and then I am good at it. Mhm. Mhm, mhm. Well, I'm glad I have this little guy. It's this oh, how many you guys are getting it. Good for you. Eric said he's gonna buy one. And Bella's actually this year in 8th grade, she's studying astronomers, and so she's really excited. So he actually just bought her a couple books, so they can do that, and then they're gonna use that thing right there and check out the space. Pretty cool, right? I think so. Telescope moon stars. It's just one word. I was setting the scene for you, D. Setting the scene. My fiance is obsessed with astronomy. Maria, yeah. Tell her about, ooh, I got to write this down. Moonrunner, I got to write this down. Where's my pen? Where's my notebook? Ooh, hold tight. I don't know what that is or who that is. Fire the hole. Fire the hole. Why can't I? I don't even know what I'm pulling. What is this? I don't even know what this is. I can take a selfie with Google Earth. Phoenix. Let me see. Oh, fire in the hole. Tycho. I'm writing it down, Moonrunner. I don't know, but I shall Google. Oh, Leslie, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Leslie, I'm so glad you're here, and I wanted to tell you, thank you so much for those. Maria, 1st place. Milo tied for 2nd. Rosie, 3rd. Brenda Lee. Oh, thank you so much. Brenda Lee, honorable mention. Then Ashton, Donna, Jerry, Danny, Suzanne, Tanya, ex metal rocker, Just Live, Love, Laugh. Moonrunner, Denise, 916, D, and Purple Q. Wonderful. Oh, thank you for that. Leslie, they're beautiful. Thank you, sweet friend. I love that. Listen, Leslie, we just spent the whole night. My husband was here. Oh, an astronomer whose observations were used by Copernicus. Interesting. Okay, cool. Leslie, are you still here? My husband was here and he spent 2 hours talking to the community about being my caregiver, and it was so amazing. Anyway, I was thinking of you, and I thought that you would have liked it. That's what we do here. But thank you for coming in. Do you want to play some games? So here's what we're doing. Shall we draw another one? We can draw another one. He also had a gold nose. What? Moonrunner. Fascinating. Tycho, is that how you say it? Tycho? I can't pronounce the last name. Okay, 17 of you got it right. So here's the question. Would you like me to continue drawing? Would you like to play something else? Or would you like to do a rose battle? What do you want to do? Call it out. We can do Would You Rather. We can do Remember, oh my goodness, when we wrote the story last night, how funny was that story we wrote? The worst vacation ever. We can do, I guess we could do finish the lyric. Would you rather? Maria says, Would you rather? Do you guys remember Would you rather? Have you done this yet? I want to know. Games are fun. They truly are. Okay, we're going to exit this and look what's going to happen. You guys are going to get all of your stuff. It's going to tell you how good or how bad you did. Let me put my permission to play up again so people knows what we're doing. Knows what we're doing. Bad night, Pauline. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Donna, wasn't the story funny? So if you guys weren't here for our game night, Brahi, 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 Tycho Brahi. Cool beans. I can't wait to look them up. All right. So got all, I think. Good job. Good job. I can't wait to look them up. My daughter's going to be thrilled. All right. So we played a game last night. We're going to do Would You Rather because that brings so much laughter. But we played a new one last night that was a riot because it was build the worst possible vacation, but I asked it in little increments. And I found, if you were here last night, let me know. I found it was funnier just reading what you guys were writing. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie, do you know what a massive Formula One fan I am? We love Formula One, and that's why that one goes up there sometimes. We're such a fan. Thank you so much for that, for loving on me. I appreciate it so much. Can we do that one tomorrow, please? Well, tomorrow is Thursday. Friday, we will do that for sure. For sure, for sure. Lost my undies are still sitting in the casserole. Had to be here last night for that one. Yes, my son and his dad got into a bat. Oh, Pauline, I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. Do you want to stick around and hang out for a little bit and just have some lightness, or is that? Do you want to just send me a message? You know, I'm going to be on 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, Arizona time for our regularly scheduled program. Tonight's been kind of all over the place. We had 2 hours with my husband as the caregiver talking about that, and then we did some grounding, and now we're just playing some games with those that want to. And I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so sorry you had a hard day. I really am. You're staying because you need it. Okay, I like it. AI summary says playing a drawing game and then moving on to Would You Rather. You missed it, Denise? Come on Friday. And you guys, it's always in my bio. All of my lives are in my bio. You can register for them. That gives you like a notification when I go live, and permission to play is on Friday night. All right, so Would You Rather? Here we go. Can't wait. Okay, I have to tell you this. Would you rather, the way you play it, you can't just answer the question. You have to justify your answer if you're new. So, would you rather be followed everywhere by one goose with a personal vendetta or three raccoons who think you owe them money? Okay. Would you rather be followed everywhere by one goose with a personal vendetta or three raccoons who think you owe them money? And justify your answer. Oh, goodness. A goose. I love geese. Geese are mean. They can be so mean. I love it. All right, come on, you guys. There's 25 of you in the room, and I only got one person, a goose. I can take him in, in a fight. I could see it totally. A Canadian goose, or like in your state goose, whichever one you want, Milo. A goose is a goose. I mean, maybe not really, but you get to pick. You get to pick. Donna says three raccoons because why not? Trash pandas are cute till they rip your face off. Brenda Lee says one goose. I'd have my dog with me and he'd chase the goose all day. All right. I like it. Thinking outside the box. Ashton says the goose because raccoons can be mean and also carry rabies. True. Moonrunner says Canadian geese are cobra ducks. I've not heard that before. Pauline says a goose and let my dogs have a new friend. I don't know how long they'd last as friends. That's for sure. That's for sure. I like it. Thank you guys. Well done. Well done. Okay. Would you rather have a tiny clown appear every time you lie or a kazoo play every time you get embarrassed? Sure, 916. The goose can lay golden eggs for Easter. Of course. Why not? Would you rather have a tiny clown appear every time you lie or a kazoo play every time you get embarrassed? And justify your reason why. Raccoon all day. I rehabbed a baby one for 6 months at 15. That's so cool. Well, if they were babies, then totally. I'm on board for that. A kazoo. I'm terrified of clowns. They're so scary. They're so scary. Kazoo, because I don't embarrass easily. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Welcome in to my friends who are sitting quiet in the back. Come on in and play. We don't bite hard. We're glad that you're here. Have a good time. Have a good time. A kazoo because I rarely get embarrassed. Okay. That seems to be a theme. Seems to be a theme. I don't know if I get embarrassed easily. I don't think I do anymore in my older years. Pauline, thank you for that daily. I appreciate you so much. Would you rather, are you ready for the next one? Would you rather have a permanent mullet you can't cut or eyebrows that grow an inch every night? Would you rather have a permanent mullet you can't cut or eyebrows that grow an inch every night? Justify your answer. I love clowns. I used to be a clown at a scare house and it was awesome. Milo, are you serious? You have so many great stories. Too funny. Mullet, I can put in a braid. I want to know who's going to say the eyebrows. All right. Would you rather? Neither. That sounds like a horrible situation. Nope, Ashton, you can't cop out. You can't. Eyebrows, because when I wake up in the morning, I can just trim them. Milo says, I already rock a mullet, so it's fine. I just don't gotta get it cut anymore. Saves me money. Brenda Lee says, eyebrows, because I could trim them every morning. You guys always have a workaround. I mean, you do. You do. It's good. It's good. I'll give it to you. I shall. Okay. Would you rather eyebrows because I can't tape them? Mullet all the way. I don't want to worry about my eyebrows becoming a caterpillar. Pat, welcome in. We're playing Would You Rather, and here's the question. Would you rather have to carry around a live chicken everywhere or wear a cape that says, I make questionable choices? Oh, because you can tape them. I gotcha. All right. Don't forget, you have to justify your answer. Would you rather have to carry around a live chicken everywhere or wear a cape that says, I make questionable choices? Empire, welcome in. Playing some games. Cape, because it's true. I'd love to hear all those questionable choices. 916. Cape, because sometimes I do make questionable choices. I love chickens. I have had chickens as pets like my whole life. I grew up on farms, so it's fine. So you're choosing to carry a chicken with you everywhere you go. Okay, to each their own. Moonrunner says cape because I do make that one's too easy. You guys are like, it just fits me. Of course, that's what I'm going to do. Denise says cape because it's easy to carry around and let all know it's true. A cape because I'm already an open book, says Maria. Carry the chicken, eat at end of night. Scully knows the drill. Make Jess laugh. Cape, it's more fun that way. Plus, you get to answer the questions from strangers. I agree with that one. Darn Discord, so confused. It's been decades since I used it. We will help you out. Oh, you got a headache? I'm sorry, Phoenix. Also, capes are cool, Moonrunner. I agree. You just put a chicken diaper on them and they can go anywhere without any problems, really. Do they make chicken diapers? Why do I ask? Of course they make chicken diapers. Cape, because I do make questionable choices. All right. Would you rather fight one toddler every time you open the fridge or one grandma every time you use the microwave? Put the cape on the chicken. Cape because I'm a superhero when it comes to making questionable choices. All right. Would you rather fight one toddler every time you open the fridge or one grandma every time you use the microwave? Defend your answer. Yes, they make them and they're great for training. You have to train chickens not to poop? Is that what they're for? I didn't know you train chickens. Never heard of a trained chicken. I don't know. I don't know. All right, you guys. Toddler with fridge because they make us laugh. Okay. Toddler. Every time I open the fridge, I'm a toddler whisperer. Yeah, I bet you are, Danny. I believe it. Toddler, I'm used to it. That's my everyday routine. I got some sick moves. Got some sick moves down. Brenda Lee says one toddler because I'm experienced in that area already. Bribe, bribe the babies, Scully. Here's a piece of string cheese. Valerie says, monsoon. Did you get it? No. We had it too. So, Valerie, 2 days this week, we had massive storms. And we live right at the base of a mountain. We're right on the side of Phoenix Mountain Preserve. And it comes with the washes right by our house. No, did you get it down there? I'm so sorry. Is everything okay? Lots of water, I bet. I bet. Angel, welcome in. Well, if you bring them inside, you don't want them doing that. So you put it out. Well, if you bring them inside. Oh, we're talking about chickens still, Milo. We're playing Would You Rather. And the question is, would you rather fight one toddler every time you open the fridge or one grandma every time you use the microwave? Nobody said grandma yet. Oh, wow. Valerie, is it happening right now? I want to, yeah. I've had some major stuff, major videos of stuff that's happened. I had twins. I have experience with toddlers. I'm glad you're okay, Valerie. Thank you for sharing and letting me know. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Let me see. Let me see. I did. I did. Phoenix, you did what? You did what? Why are you guys saying I did? What did I ask? No, an hour ago. I wouldn't argue with grandma. I must have said something and you guys are like, I did. And now I've lost it because it left my mind. Answer. Oh, you did answer. I know. Hey, what's up? Are you looking for Choji Boji?
Yes.
Yeah, he's passed out. I found new anime fans.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they're still on, but it was cool though. Anyway, Eric's back to he was looking for Choji Boji. Okay. I wouldn't argue with grandma. Okay. We got one more of these and then I will switch because I won't be on forever, but I have fun with this. Would you rather have to crab walk everywhere for a week or only communicate through charades for 24 hours? Yes, I know you are, Moonrunner. I'm so glad. I think Maria is too, right? Would you rather, I lost it. Would you rather Why did I miss it? Would you rather have to crab walk everywhere for a week or only communicate through charades for 24 hours? Okay, Valerie, you have to say why. We always justify our answers in this room. Why? There's 322 people watching in the For You page. They're watching, they're playing games out there. We should be like, come on in, the water's warm. Justify your answer. Would you rather have to crab walk everywhere for a week or only communicate through charades for 24 hours? Because I am so interested. I'm so good. You're good at charades? Okay, well, you can be my partner next time we play. Charades because I wouldn't be able to get up after crab walking. 916 says, my daughter loves anime. She's in the Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah. We've watched all of that. We like a lot of them. I've been watching them since my husband introduced them to me when we were in college. My daughter loves Oh, I just read that one. We love them. All of our animals, even our guinea pigs, when we have them, have Japanese anime names from the shows we watch. Donna says crab walk. Not everyone is good at charades, and I have no patience. Maria says communicate through charades because it would be funny, and I got a bad back and knees. Scully says crab walk because keep Austin weird. Oh, my battery is low. All right, you guys. Communicate through charades for 24 hours because I die trying to do crab walk for 1 minute. I love it. Yeah, me too. All right, here's what we're going to do because my phone has 20%, which is plenty. We got plenty. So let's do this. I will ask because I always ask and I know it was Jerry that was like, "Let's do a battle." Favorite anime. My favorite anime is Bleach, 100%, hands down. I like a lot of them, but Bleach brings back a lot of really good memories for me of a time when my kids were little and Eric and I, when we would put them in bed, we would go to our room, we would get the anime turned on. We used to buy them on eBay, like the DVDs, and we would watch them and we would drink champagne and we would eat salt and vinegar potato chips. So yeah, Bleach. So I just have a really, I don't know, the memory itself is really good. And so that's my favorite one, but I've watched many, many. Did you see Thousand? Yes, I did, Maria. Yes, I did. Oh, that's the city motto? Okay, Scully, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the memory, and that's my favorite one. But anyway, I do like lots of them. Okay, before I run away for the day, because you're going to see me first thing in the morning, does I cut my teeth on Star Blazers and Battle of the Planets in the 70s. Okay, so the first one we ever watched actually was Dragon Ball Z. That's like, I should show you. Hey, Eric, can you bring me the Father's Day gift I got you last year that's hanging on the wall? I got some anime fans in here. I want to show them. Do you guys know Dragon Ball? Anybody know Dragon Ball Z? Of course you do, if you know anime. So for Father's Day last year, oh, you want to show it?
No, you can take it from
Okay.
yours. But
No,
well, you can't. I'm not.
No.
I can't be seen. Yeah.
Okay, my ring light's gonna.
There you go.
Okay, so I got this. I got this for Eric for Father's Day last year. Let me get that ring light. So there's Eric. There's me. Okay, Donna. See you in the morning. That's our oldest. That's our youngest son. There's Isabella. And there's our other son. This thing was super pricey, but it is Dragon Ball Z characters with our faces. And there's this place called Tune. I think it was called Get Tuned or something like that. Isn't that cool?
They're actually also the copies of actual characters.
Maria said, I got my fiance custom Dragon Ball Z shoes for Father's Day last year. Isn't that cool, Valerie? Anyway, a little bit about us. All right. So let me ask you, we only do it if you guys want to. Don't do or understand anime. I'm old. Well, it's okay. We still love you, Daryl. You're welcome to come back. And not everyone does. There's 23 people in the room, and I think there's only 4 of us that are know what we're talking about, and that's totally fine. But there's a few things I love. Anime, Formula One, Max Verstappen all the way. Stickers are in the down there if you want to see them. And what was the other thing that I love that I talk about? Formula One. I don't know. There's more, but my brain is blanking. I'm 56 and love anime. Okay, I think I got it. Yay, Phoenix! I'm so glad. I love it. Okay. Does anybody? I'm going to ask Jerry. Are you still here? Since you brought it up, does anyone want to do? We do rose matches with people. You don't have to spend coins on it. You can just tap the screen. But I would want at least 2 or 3 people that want you're here. You want to do a rose match with some fun people. We've met some cool people when we do this. Rose battle. Brenda, are you in? Who's in for a rose battle or 2? We'll finish up with that for tonight. We met Coach Oliver this way. We've met some people this way. And again, like I said, you don't have to spend any money. You can just tap. You're in, Brenda Lee. If you want to, we only throw roses. That's what we ask for. We only throw roses. And so those are 1 penny. Anybody else? I got 2 that are like, yeah, let's do it. Jerry's in and Brenda Lee's in. Danny's in. Awesome. All right, let's go peruse the TT streets and see what we can find. I'm going to go over here's and see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Something you can use. D1. I've got some people, they don't, C note. Let's see if C note wants to. I don't know. It says nudge. I don't know what nudge means. Does that mean something? Well, oh, nudge the co-host later. I don't know what that means. Why can't I invite? Hang tight. I'm looking for someone. If you guys are like, what the heck is going on? I guess I can't turn that off. I don't know what nudge means. I did something to somebody. We could just do a random one, but we never know what we're going to get. Let's give it a go. It might be amazing. Confirm exit wishes. Okay. I don't know. I put invite. So someone's going to be like, we're going to get some random person. It's going to be grand. I can't wait. We meet the coolest people. Who do we get? Hello.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
What you up
Just
to
chilling.
tonight?
Ain't shit. I'm chilling for the night. I'm calming down. I've been doing a lot all day.
Okay. What?
Yeah,
Where are you at?
Me, I'm from the DMV.
You're from the DMV. Is that what you said?
Yeah, DMVU.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're looking to find someone to do a rose battle. Do you want to do a rose battle? Do you have people in your room? It's just a friendly battle.
I don't think I got no smoke for you for real.
No?
Chat ain't too active right now tonight. I ain't even gonna lie.
All right.
Chat ain't too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm cruising right now. Like I was just on here just chilling, vibing, because my on my page and everything, it ain't jumping how it usually is. So I'm just like, man, fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and meet some people.
All right. Well, I get that. That sounds good. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just, I don't know. I like to meet people and see what they're up to. And what do you do on this app?
Shit, fucking damn near everything. I ain't gonna lie. Fucking, I do music. I make clothes. So when I do hop on here and stream, I'm usually just performing my music, or if they ask for song requests, I blend in those two. The sticker that y'all just seen right here, this is my brand right here. It's called Fuck Society. I showed the chat my shirts and everything. uh just promoting that when I'm inside the chats. And then
Okay.
sometimes shit, like when it's late at night, my girlfriend, she's sleeping right now, so I don't got my game set up right now, but I have a whole game layout that I can do for late night. But I do it all, but
Okay.
I just like to mix it up though. Yeah, I
All
just like to
right.
mix it up. What you do, it seemed like you like into podcasts, and I see the microphone and
Oh
everything.
yeah, no, actually, so we're a cancer community actually. So
Okay,
I'm a cancer survivor, and I
I'm
started
proud
building
to
a
hear
community.
that.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
proud
you
to
know
hear that.
what?
I'm
We
proud to
take it
hear
one day
that.
at a time. I don't have cancer
Yes.
right now. I'm living life after. But
Okay.
so we have a cancer community, and the microphone is because I do a lot of like grounding exercises with them, and people say,
Okay.
Jess, I like listening to your voice, so I have a microphone.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
anyway,
That's
that's what
cool.
we do on here, and we have game nights, and this is kind of we're doing one now, and finding people that want to do one coin battles. But maybe I'll catch you next time,
You know.
and we can do it when you got some people in your chat.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hopefully I got some smoke for you next time.
All right,
Hopefully
that
I
sounds
do. But
good.
nah.
Well,
Hey,
it was.
look, good luck on your battle, because I did lose my grandmother for cancer. So I do hope you win
Oh,
your battle. Yeah, keep fighting strong. Those are my words of encouragement to you. But yeah, just
thank
keep fighting. I'm
you.
proud of you. Yeah, more life to you.
I
Definitely more life to
appreciate that
you.
so much. Well,
Yeah,
good
no,
luck. Have a
already.
good night. We'll see
Nah,
you
thank
next
you. You
time,
too.
hopefully. Bye bye.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Not too bad. Let's find someone else. Did he say smoke? He did say smoke. He did say smoke. Hey, Jamie, we're looking to find some peoples to. Oh, let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Someone that wants to have some fun. Let's see. That's a good one. Let's invite Caribou. Host live with Caribou. The visibility of Caribou's live is restricted. Going live together will also affect the visibility of your live. I don't care about that. I don't think. I don't know. That sounds dangerous. Oh, I know why this is happening, and I don't think I can change it. Hold tight. Let's see. Who do we have? They have 8 people in their room. Okay, I thought I'm like, what did I just hear? Yeah, that's what he said. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. I guess we'll invite and we'll just see. I don't know. Maybe she'll accept. Caribou. She's in B1 and has 26 people in her room, and we have 26 people in our room. So we'll see if she accepts. Hey, babe, can you open the door? The dogs want to come out. The dogs want to come out. He's not listening to me. Oh, let me see. You want to find, let's see who this is. We're going to see if we can invite. Hey, babe, can you open the door? He can't hear me. Hold tight. Hold tight. Well, I don't know. There's not lots of people out there. They're not accepting. Let's do this. Seymour. I wonder if, give me a moment, who let the dog? I'm going to see. I am, what is that? I am Blackula. Welcome in. Thank you for that. We are just on our way trying to find someone who wants to do a rose battle, but I think I have to turn off. I don't know if I can turn it off on here. I have my thing set to something that might prevent us from finding. All right, I guess we're going to go for a. Oh, they have 57 people. Oh, they're hosting something. I'm learning. All right, we're just going to invite. But when I just invite, we get someone that doesn't really want to do anything. Gina has 43 people in her room. Let's give Gina a call. I don't know who Gina is. Nope. She said no. Diz Mama? Who's Diz Mama? She got 12 people in her room. Hi there, Christian Nationalists. Welcome in. I'm looking on my other device to see you. 47. Bernie 1980 has 47 people in their room. That's a lots of people. We won't try for too long. We'll try. Sounds like a slow night. It seems to be. And a lot of people don't have people in their room. And the other thing is I tend to set mine, I'm going to just do a random invite, but I set mine to 18 and older because of our content. And when I do that, sometimes,
I just blew mine. I said the word I was supposed to say, and I had to re-handle it. I'm just fucking tweaking right now. Just tweaking. Like I could just.
hello?
Ah!
Hello?
Hi, how you doing? I'm sorry. I'm just going crazy right now because I'm fucking up. The hood is keep coming out of me, and I'm trying to become professional, and I keep letting the hood just feel me like.
Okay, I have a question for you. What's your name?
All right, hold on. Talk to me. Jojo.
What?
It's Jojo.
Jojo?
Yes.
Okay, Jojo, I'm Jess. Nice to meet you.
Jess?
Jess, yeah, like Jessica, but I go by Jess.
Oh, Jess?
Yeah.
That's Jess.
Yes, just Jess. Hi.
That's Jess.
So we're searching for people who want to do the rose battle. Do you have people in the room?
I'll do it.
You want to do a rose battle? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll let me set it up for us because
Okay.
I'm learning how to do all this.
I do
tight.
too. This is my backup. Don't get it fucked up. This is my backup. I come back on my main tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Hold on just a second. Let me do it. I'm working on it. I gotta keep. Hi, Starla. Welcome in. Hang tight. I'm doing
I'm
it.
so mad right now.
All right. Here we go. And match start. All right, Jojo. You said Jojo, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do on this app? The game is afoot. Let's go. What do you do on this app? Why?
I'll be on
I'm
here.
only
I'll
seeing
be
half the
talking, trolling, vibing, playing music,
face.
smoking.
Do you troll?
Yeah. But I troll
Why?
certain people.
But can I ask you a question about the trolling?
Talk to me.
Why? Why do you do it?
It's just content.
What do you mean it's just content?
It's just content. I just be trolling the troll.
But if you go in, you mean like into people's lives and you do it?
No, I'm live. I just like depending who they are.
So you'd
If they
come into would you come into my room and troll my room like this?
like I'm live and like how we met just now.
Yeah.
Like depending what you did.
But we're friends now.
Something like that.
You don't troll my room. I'll tell you what. No, I'm just kidding.
Like the person was like, I don't know, shit talking. Then I would have got, feel me?
Okay.
But like it's just content. Like I can go off like I know who to troll, who not. Like I can put it like that, and I know I could get in their skin or not.
All right. Well,
So,
I have a feeling I'm your elder, so you know, you got to be nice to your elders.
Some of them. Some of them be dickheads.
Oh,
Respectfully.
okay. Well, respectfully. All right. Well,
They be doing too much. It's just they be like just because they older, like they know more. Nah, again, that's not how it really be. Some of y'all some old people be. I ain't gonna lie. I'm told right now from experience. It be the 40-year-olds that still be 19.
you've got people in my chat going, he's not wrong.
Like
He's not wrong. No,
you a grown ass like. Still think you 20. Like stop. You're 40. You're pushing 50. You're grandpa. Relax.
I don't think it's an age thing. I agree with
I
that. It's not an age thing.
I think. I don't know. Whatever was in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, say that
You was
again?
born in 83 and 84. I don't know.
I was born in 80.
80 what?
1980.
You see, but I'm talking about like 83, 84. What mom was born in 1980. How old is mom? 43? My mom is 43, 44. I'm 23. She had me at 19, 23. That's 43, right?
Yeah, so you're the same. My oldest is 22, so you're the same age as my son. So what do you do outside the app?
Same thing I do on that. Life is life at the moment.
Okay, where are
I'm
you
just
at?
going with the flow.
Where do you live?
New York.
You're the second person I met tonight who's in New York.
I hate being over here.
Oh, I'm in Arizona.
See, I'd rather move to AZ than New York. We could trade. You want to live in New York? The Big Apple?
No, I'm actually from Michigan, so I'm good with the no snow. We're good with the no snow.
I could do it in Michigan. I could do anything that's not New York.
Well, you're just saying that because that's where you are.
No, I'm saying that because I don't condone nobody to come over here or live over here or visit over here. There's nothing to do over here.
That's not true. There's stuff to do everywhere. Are you rolling your eyes? Seriously?
Yes, because there's nothing to do over here.
There's plenty to do. You just got to get out more.
Nah, there's nothing to do over here.
Okay.
And I'm tired of the people.
Then
I'm
move.
tired of being mean.
Then move.
Oh, I wish I can.
Why not?
Once this come in, then I'm gone. I'm long gone.
You can't. Don't do that while you're on with me because you're going to get me flagged for stuff. I don't want to see smoke.
You're not. Nah. You won't get flagged. I would, but
That's not true.
nobody will get flagged.
That's not true. Don't do that. Don't do that to me,
Promise.
Jojo.
What's up, Neo? Yo, Neo, bro, I'll come back tomorrow, my man. So I'm thugging it out right now.
Okay, so in my chat, there said depends on where in New York. So maybe where you're at is not so grand.
I'm talking about the whole New York. I can really get into this. I'm in the Bronx. I hate it. Don't think not all I could defend it, but I also hate it. Like yes, there's good to it, but there's also bad, but there's more bad and I hate it.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're young.
I think I got room to talk. Trust me.
Yeah, but you're young. You got time. You can go somewhere else.
I got time to get out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not it.
Well, I do appreciate you taking some time to do a little rose battle with us.
You good.
My phone's on its way out. We're getting down there and I can't plug in, but it was really nice to meet you. It
was nice to meet you too.
Taking some time. I hope you have some fun on here and don't go trolling people that are nice though. If they're mean and they
unless
deserve
they're
it,
mean, you feel me? Then
if they're mean and they deserve it, then
that's exactly what I do.
All right.
You have a good day. Have a good day.
You too. Whew, you just never know what you're gonna get. What did we think of JoJo? I don't know. I don't even know what to say. All right, you guys up for one more before we head out for the night? Let me know in the chat. He was a lot. I know. We've met some. What does mean troll people? What does mean troll? So, Phoenix, you know what trolling is? When they're trolling on this app, they'll come in. He says he does it like on his lives, meaning he'll go into lives with people. And if they're mean or rude or in any way, then he just purposely tries to get under their skin. He will say things to purposely try to get a rise out of them. Yeah, it's probably just a slow night. Have a good night, Starla. I'm so glad you popped in. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it is. Anybody want to do one more? I got one more left in me. Maybe we'll meet the most amazing person. You just never know. Shall we aim and try to meet one more person? It says a host organizes a rose battle and chats about the trolling culture. That's what AI said. All right. Brenda Lee says I'm in. Brenda Lee can't sleep, right? All right. Let's see what we got. Let me see here. Let's see. Oh. La Sinalonesis. She's in C5. Nope. Tyler Sheridan. Deadly Sexy Jody. Deadly Sexy Jody is B5 with 37 people in her room. I wonder if she wants to hang out and chat.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just hanging in there. Just relaxing.
Very cool. What's your name?
My name is Jody. You?
Jody. I'm Jess. Nice to meet you.
Jess, pleasure to meet you, sweetie.
Where are you at?
I live in Arkansas.
Okay. I'm out in Arizona. I almost forgot. I'm in Arizona.
Nice. My mom lives in Arizona.
Okay, very cool. Well, we're searching for anyone who wants to do a friendly rose battle. Do you have people in your room you want to do a rose battle? It's a specific just throwing roses, and I can set it up.
Just throwing roses. Well, I got people in here. I don't know if they will.
Do you want to ask your chat? It's just roses, so it's pennies, and of course they can just tap the screen. It's nothing crazy. We're just
all right, guys. What do you
guys
think? Farm Lady, Riddell, Jakester, Lottie. It's a rose battle. All it is roses. Roses and taps. You guys want to do one? Christmas pretty lights. I'm waiting.
Yep. Just let me know.
Let's see. Face the path of time. Nobody's saying anything.
They're thinking or they're recharging, maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. What's up, Hector? I gotcha. All right. All right, we can do this. Oh, let's do this here.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's see.
All right, here we go. It's just roses. That's all that counts.
Just roses. Just
Yep.
roses. Jakester, thank you for those. Hector, thank you for the rose, sweetheart. I've never done one of these before.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like them just because. I mean, it's fun. It's nothing crazy. We just kind of enjoy
Jakester,
ourselves.
coming in. Jakester and Hector, thank you guys so much.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna mute you just so I can talk to my crew, and I'll be back. All right, guys. Okay, so if anybody has questions about this, just let me know. I went to mute just because the music was a lot. I need a little quieter. So 3 times gifting just means, as you know, I'm sure a lot of you have probably been in here battling, and I appreciate you. I think this is great fun. And I like it because I usually go out and I battle with my people that I do things on this app, and I'm like, I want to do this with my community. They have 3 times the amount of people in their room, and we're doing just fine. And just to tell you guys, if you don't know this, instead of tapping it one at a time, if you hard press on the rose, you can then send 20, 50, or 100 at a time if you so choose, instead of just tapping. You can always just tap one at a time, but if you pull up the box down there, you can hard press on the rose and do it that way. And if not, you can just tap the screen. And look at us go. You guys, we have 7 wins. We haven't lost. How does that happen? That means we won. You guys, we won every rose battle we've ever done, which isn't very many. It's only 7, but it's still amazing. Thank you guys. This is so fun. I love it. I love it so much. I wonder if I can send myself stickers. I love it so much stickers. I already forgot her name. Does anyone remember her name? It starts with a J. Okay, so we need 3 roses, and then we'll hit that gifter target. So if we can have 3 people send 3 roses, or 1 person send 3 roses, I think is how that works. Nope, it has to be 3 different people. Sweet, target reached. They're giving us a run for our money. Did you guys hear me? Oh, Jody, thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's right. It is Jody. It is Jody. But like I said, she's got 3 times the number of people that we do. Arkansas. Did you guys know I lived in Arkansas? I did. I lived there when I was just a baby. Thank you guys so much for having some fun with me. This is my last thing, and then I'm going to head out. I'm tired. Anybody else? Brenda Lee, are you going to be up all night? Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Jerry. I'm going to go on here and see what we got. We got Danny and Jerry and Suzanne. Thank you, Suzanne. Suzanne, I don't know if we've met yet. Have we met yet? Is this your first night coming in? Thank you, Brenda and Jen and Suzanne. I see you. I'm always tired. I hear you on that one. Suzanne, did you ever have that conversation with your doctor? Did you make that? That's been like 3 weeks we've been talking about this. Thank you guys. Oh, I'm super competitive. I really shouldn't do these things because I'm so competitive. I'm like, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. But this be my last one for surezies. What do we got? I was on the AM this morning once. Suzanne, I love that you came back. So what we did earlier tonight, my husband came on tonight. Were you here for part of that? When my husband came on, we did a whole caregiver one. It was really great. I loved it. And everybody seemed to really enjoy it as well. I had my 3rd chemo next week. Okay, so we're going to do that again. But we do lots of things. Oh, they misted us. They misted us, or did we miss? I don't even know what's going on. All right, they're going to come back and try and do their thing. Let's see if we can get them. It's okay. It's just for fun. But I'm so competitive. Jody's like, let's go. I don't even know where we're left. 33. What do we have? I'm not very good at this stuff, you guys. Oh, they tried to get us. Oh, it's okay. I don't know. So they could come back if they know how to throw them. If they know how to throw the 100s, they can come back. We shall see. I don't know. Ooh, 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 oh. Oh, they did it. They took it from us. They took it from us. Did they take it from us? Oh, no. We did it. What?
So right there.
Oh,
that
so
was a
close.
good one. That was awesome.
That
That
was
was
great.
awesome. Thank you so much for that, sweetie.
Yeah, thank you, Jody. I had a good time. Thank you to your
Nice.
friends
Thank you.
as
I
well.
sent you
in
a
there.
follow, sweetheart. You have a wonderful
Oh, yeah.
night.
Let me do the same
Bye.
for you. Appreciate that. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep.
Well, that was
Thank Danny and Jerry and Suzanne and everyone else. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Thank you, guys. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Jerry, you reached member level 15. I see you moving up. That was close. Let me say, you guys, thank you so much for just hanging out. Those of you that have come back, that were here a little bit ago and then came back, I really appreciate you. Can you see I'm winding down? Anyone else ready for bed? And I don't even know where you guys are at. I am too competitive, Danny. You and I need to put our credit cards away. For sure. I need to be it's bedtime. All right, Reezy. I love you all so much. I will see you in the morning at 7 a.m. Arizona time. Oh, you're in California? San Fran? Is that what SF is? San Fran? Danny's in California. I'm in Arizona. Reezy, I forget where you're at. I'm also competitive. Yeah. All right. We'll do it again. Take care, Moonrunner. We'll see you next time. Remember, you guys. Oh, Kentucky. Good night. In Michigan, way past my bedtime. Oh, yes, it is, Jen. Good night, Maria. One day at a time. It's the best we can do. One moment at a time for many of us, right? Brenda's in Illinois.